Welcome to the Hollywood Outsider. Did you know we started this podcast on movies and TV in 2011? Right, a long time before everyone in the world had a podcast, before your grandma had a podcast. Over the years, we've had a wonderful smorgasbord of experiences and good times just because of this podcast. It's been a lot of fun, basically hanging with friends most of the time. And yes, seeing a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows, but also just trying to have fun. Not always. Sometimes I'm sure it gets exhausting, as listeners go to other shows and everything else. But we've got a lot of listeners that have been here since the beginning. And it's been an amazing ride. Like it sincerely has. It's more than I think I ever expected when I came up with the idea. But I'm excited because this is episode 600. And what that means is over the years, we've gone to South by Southwest over 10 times, over 10 years. So for a decade, we've been going to that festival. We have seen thousands of movies, good and bad, just to relay to you whether you should spend your hard-earned money on them, and then you decide if you even trust our opinion. Also, hundreds of TV shows. Game of Thrones came and went during the course of this podcast, and I honestly remember Brian Williams being the first person I ever heard talk about Game of Thrones, which is amazing. It spanned 7 hosts total, myself, Aaron Peterson, John Davenport, Amanda Sink, Troy Heinrichs, Scott Clark, Brian Williams, and the late Justin McCumber, who passed away several years ago. And today, we come together once again to celebrate, talk movies, play a few games, and unfortunately for you, toast to the occasion that we have eclipsed 600 regular episodes. And I will tell you, I toasted a lot, and I apologize to everyone for really just trailing off oftentimes. Due to a recording issue, I should tell you, I wasn't able to use my normal track, probably because of the toasting issue. But honestly, it sounds good, except for me now and again, so that's probably better for all of you. So that's it, right? Over 14 years, 7 hosts, 3 cruises. That's right, we have one more coming in 2026, likely to be the last one that we will talk about. But links are in this post if you want to sign up or get more information, because space is limited. Space is limited. Interviews from Neil deGrasse Tyson to Tony Hawk to Jack Reacher himself. 23 various podcast award nominations, and 1 trophy for the best podcast in TV and film. And now, officially, 600 episodes. Wow, I mean, with extra shows and, yeah, it's actually a lot more than 600. Probably, if you're looking at the episode count in your podcast feed, it's probably 800. But 600 regular episodes, proper episodes. We tried to make them all as entertaining as possible. I can't promise they all were. Some were probably terrible. But thank you for listening regardless. It can't all be magic, right? So we do all the shows for you. This one is for us, but I hope you enjoy listening to it. I really, really do. I think it's still entertaining. It's all over the place, but it's still entertaining. And if you're listening on Patreon, this is completely unedited. This has not been touched. I am sorry for you, because there's one place in particular where I'm just, what is even happening right now when I was listening. But if you're not, well, you can go to patreon.com/thehollywoodoutsiders to see how it really went down. But otherwise, this is the cleaned up version. And I know every time we do a compilation, people will inevitably ask, do you have a little clips package? Because we used to do outtakes pretty regularly. And I miss doing it, but it was a lot of work to put that all together. But we'll have a nod. If you stick around at the end, there might be something at the end. I'm just saying, a little throwback to the past. Okay? All right. Well, either way, this is episode 600 of the Hollywood Outsider podcast. I want to thank you all for listening as long as you have, for as long as you have. And remember, do not judge us on this one episode. It's not fair. It's not fair. It won't hold up in court. All right. Well, let's get on with the show. This is the Hollywood Outsider 600th episode with all of the hosts of the Hollywood Outsider. This is our 600th episode. We're going to do very similar to what we did with our 500 episode, where we have more fun and games and less reminiscing, because we've already reminisced, right? Like for 100, 200, 300, 400, like at some point, there's no more reminiscence left. We will say Justin McCumber will not be here today because, Brian.
He's dead.
Thank you.
He's fucking dead.
Jesus.
Wow. I'm so glad this is not going in the regular episode to everyone.
Might it, my dear, might it.
Oh.
But I want to introduce
he would love that joke. I'm telling you, he would love it. He would love it.
He's funny.
I can hear him laughing right now.
I can hear him eating
his cackle.
Yeah. All right. So this is episode 600. I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm going to go through it. My name is Aaron Peterson. Joining me today are my fellow hosts, John Davenport.
Hi, everybody.
Amanda Sink.
Hello, hello.
Troy Heinrichs.
What's up?
Brian Williams.
Hey, y'all.
Scott Clark.
Hey there, everybody. Hey there, everybody.
And why did you say it twice?
Well, Amanda did.
Everybody else says, hey there, hey there. Hello, hello. Howdy, howdy.
Jesus. And Justin McCumber will not be here today again because he's not with us anymore.
You know, it'd be awesome if with all the video that's going on right now, if he just busted in some door, it'd be like, I'm back, bitches.
It'd be more fun if I can get like an audio clip and just have it as like a ghost recording that you just hear throughout the friggin' podcast.
Oh, weird.
Just chimes in, just little chirps in with a little snarky.
Just splice in an occasional cackle from Justin McCumber.
Yeah.
Like little commercial pimping his book.
No, and for anybody wondering, this is not going to be highly edited like a normal podcast. So if you hear a whole bunch of shit that you think is, well, I can't believe the sound quality in this, go listen to another episode. This is not the one because I'm pretty sure Brian's using his goddamn AirPods or whatever the hell those are.
Not even AirPods. They're the wired Apple headphones.
Wired Apple headphones.
From like 2011.
Whenever he gets like very energized, you're going to hear a because I'm hearing it myself. And I'm like, God damn it, Brian. Get why don't you have Bluetooth headphones at 2025?
We're going to have to Patreon buy him some.
No, we're not. No.
Yeah. Hey, look, you want it that bad? Pony up, bitch.
He's only here once every 100 episodes. I mean,
that's true.
No, he also fills in for people when we can't do it.
And keep in mind, I want to let everybody know there is a mute button here. So if you really have something offensive to say and you don't want the world to hear it, but you want us to fucking know it, just click the mute button and let us have it. We'll read lips. Yeah, whatever Scott's doing it right now.
Oh, I thought you were talking to the audience members that they have to mute it in the car because of what we're going to say to them, so their kids.
Wouldn't
don't
that be
hear
amazing? Go ahead, mute the podcast.
What's funny is what I just said was not muted on my local recording, so it was only recorded on StreamYard.
Shit. Well, what do you guys want to talk? What do you want to talk about? Anything fun? How you guys been? We haven't all been together in a while since the Ho Cruise, the last Ho Cruise.
Yeah.
Which we're going to give you some information? Question mark on that. At some point in this episode, is that right, Brian?
That is right. That is correct.
All right, hold in for that.
We don't believe in preparation for this. We only believe in preparation H.
What the
fuck?
What just happened?
It's gonna be one of those shows, huh?
That joke felt like it took a lot of work.
God.
No, he was proud of it.
So does
he kind of eased into it.
It's like he wrote that one down before he got here.
Troy, don't be butthurt. We didn't like your joke.
Sometimes shrinkage is a good thing.
I laughed at that. I'm not ashamed. All right. Well, let's kick it off. So we're going to just talk about random things and have random games and just have fun. This is more for us, and we just hope that you enjoy it. So enjoy. So one of the things that came up that I was thinking about, it was theme music or even songs. Like, we don't get many movie soundtracks anymore. I know we've talked about it on the podcast, but I wonder, like, what's the most recent theme song that's stuck in your head, or like from the most recent movie or TV show, or even just a song in general?
Popular.
God damn that. Yeah.
Such a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Wicked, for those who don't know.
Like,
are the people
Brian,
that don't know?
So this is how it's going to go for the next 4 fucking hours. Huh? All right. Game on.
4 hours? I only time blocked 2 and you guys wasted 30.
We've never stayed under 2 for this.
No, I've got a drink, so there's a good chance I don't make it to hour 1. So
all right, Brian.
Some people call it a problem. I call it a solution. You do what you got to do.
I call it a hobby.
I bet your employer has an assistance program for that problem, Aaron.
Wow. We don't need this today. It's just not that kind of one. We really don't. So popular. All right. I'm on board with that one. Anything else?
This was tough for me because like you said, we just don't really pay as close attention to him anymore. So mine's a little bit older, but the theme from Interstellar is the one that stuck out to me.
What?
Yeah.
I don't even remember
It
that.
was like 10 or 15 years ago.
I'm just saying. I tried to go back and think of like.
Did you have to do some research?
I did do some research, and TV shows seem a little bit easier because there's, you hear it 19 times, that's 24 times a season, but I don't know, movie themes, but that, you don't remember the Interstellar theme song, Amanda?
Scott's actually not wrong. Scott's not wrong.
It is not the most recent thing I could think of. That's all.
It's used very regularly on the backgrounds of TikToks and Instagram Reels. So It's actually very prominent in the zeitgeist today.
Somebody hum it for me.
Dun, dun, dun. It's got like the flowing piano on the one hand, and then the other is doing the.
How about we not do that, because we'll lose subscribers after this episode.
Yeah, and also get sued. I don't. No, it doesn't come to mind. I'm sorry. I wish it did.
Once you hear it, you'll be like, "Oh, that song."
Yeah.
Well, number one, it's 15 years ago, and no, I'm sure I will, but I would say the Batman theme song. I thought that was a very actually good score, even though it's just ominous.
You mean the newer one?
Yeah,
the Hans Zimmer.
No, he meant the one from 60 years ago.
Yeah.
No.
Wham.
I have to say that there's only one song that really like plays on a loop in my head, and it tends to come out of my mouth whenever I'm in a moment where I'm concentrating on something. And sometimes it gets I'll be in a meeting at work and I'll do it, and Scott's the only person in the room who's going to appreciate this. And I'll be like, din, din, din. That's what I do whenever I'm
movie.
No, it's not. But it's stuck in my head, and that's the one thing like my brain automatically goes to when I'm reading something or paying attention to something else. And
it's Mario, but that's not. Do you guys understand the question?
Yeah. I think read the format.
We're talking about
it was part of the score as part of some parts of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Thank you, Troy.
Stop it, Troy.
Thank you for having my back. Even though everyone knows I didn't even watch the movie. Thanks for having my back.
Heinrich's Legal Defense Fund over there.
But and then on top of that, recently I was listening to a true crime podcast where they were talking about this guy who faked his death, and when they were like announcing the fact that he had died, he was like had this weird comment, and then it was like he passed while listening to the theme music to Contact. And so that's been
what a weird thing to say.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Once again, not recent. Not
also, Scott, I listened to the song just now. I don't remember that one at all.
Yeah. No.
Shame on me, I guess.
Recent.
Well, here you go, Aaron. I got your back.
Thank God.
That's as most recent as I could think of one. I actually when I was doing the research, the Batman one came up, and I'm like, I'm not going to pick one that that doesn't stand out to me immediately. Like I see the title, and I immediately pops into my head what the song is.
Yeah, most recent one for me was Even When I'm Not from The Wild Robot.
Oh, there we go.
I am watching that tomorrow. I bought it. It was on sale for $5.
Oh, that's a good purchase.
I mean, to be fair, it says, what's the last theme music? It doesn't say anything about the most recent. So...
Yeah. So if Brian is saying that,
no, because I'm going way back. I'm waiting for all you guys to fucking wrap up.
The last theme music or even song from a movie that really stuck in your head, like the most.
Got nothing about you.
That means the most recent. That's by definition the most recent.
You're whining about it being the most recent. No,
literally.
Do with it.
What's the last theme music or even song from a movie that really stuck in your head? That means recent. The most recent thing
that doesn't.
That's semantics.
It's just the last one.
Mario Brothers is from the goddamn 90s.
All right, I got one.
I'm going older.
I'm raising my hand.
This is why we don't include alcohol.
Heinrich's Legal Defense Firm.
This is such a great recording right now.
I don't care. You guys are wrong. It's just wrong.
Speak.
I do have one, but it's from a TV show. That's why I didn't initially pick it. But the theme song from Severance is definitely.
Ooh, that's a really good one.
That theme song is hauntingly beautiful.
Yes.
So that was in your head, but you went with Interstellar from 15 years ago.
I was going for a movie.
I mean, because you literally, the next topic says, what's the most recent? That's more clear. This says
welcome to the Semantics Podcast, everybody.
Truly.
This is why.
Welcome.
No one wants to listen to episode 600 anymore. They're just going to 500. It made more sense.
Welcome to English class. with Brian.
Which is that's going to go over well.
Hey, look, I can discern between these two topics here and tell you which one means more of what his point is.
Okay.
But,
the law firm sides with Brian because the last theme music that Scott heard was the reel that he watched right before coming on the show.
You can't keep using his joke. Come on, Brian. What do you got?
No,
what do you got?
It's facts. Much along the lines, much to Aaron's dismay, is actually The Last of the Mohicans. I heard.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I saw a reel and I'm like, why is that? It wasn't that theme, but it was something else close to it. Somebody spun it off, and I sat there and dwelled on it. Like, where do I know this? Where do I know this? Where do I know this? And then I finally figured it out, and it got stuck in my head, and it was like, yeah. So,
I just can't with
it. Mostly because you watched the Fall Guy last night, right, Brian?
This is 15 years of podcasting. We get a topic that's one thing in Aaron's head, but on paper it comes out different.
It's pretty clear.
It's not clear.
Clear.
It is clear. It's clearly one way.
Unless Scott just heard Interstellar yesterday, if John just heard it yesterday, or you just heard this yesterday, then maybe that would apply. But none of those things are true. Those are all
It is true. Troy was just saying it's all over. It's all over social media.
No, Troy was giving you an excuse.
It was on a reel. It was on a reel for some kid, little baby walking or something like that, and he was running through the house or something.
He's making this up right now, but I believe.
All right, our Lord and Commander, what is your answer then?
I decided with Amanda. I'm like, popular. Yeah, that makes sense to me. That's probably the most recent one.
Man, the most safe answer ever.
Wow, it's accurate. Accuracy
so much work on that one. So much work.
Maybe
I don't want to be different or unique.
Maybe clarity in the topic matters as well, but apparently not. I'm just saying.
I just feel like my answer got stolen. Like Aaron took the cheap way out.
No, that really sticks in my head. Every time I hear somebody say the word popular, I'm always like,
a knife that'll stick in your head really easily too. Sorry, was that too dark? I'm sorry.
I'll always find you.
That was a little dark. That was a little dark. I'll back it up.
I know, Brian, that the Facebook page has actually got a lot more traction lately. We should put this up as a poll, and that way the internet can decide if the last thing really means the recent thing.
But only if the question is...
I agree with that. Let's do that.
Only if the question is Aaron right, yes or no? And then that will change the whole dynamic of the answers.
We know the answer is no.
No, Aaron would create 100 different accounts.
Just to get all those blacklist people voting on that.
Comprehension, I guess. I don't know.
Well, the blacklist people automatically say, no, he's not right.
That's what I'm saying.
You stop, Mario Brothers. Stop. Just stop. Yours is from the 90s. I can't even take you seriously. Well, you and Brian both. Last of the Mohicans isn't exactly new either.
Just saying.
I don't see a word new in there. I see
which was just last year.
So what's the most recent movie you've watched 3 or more times?
Say that again. I want to make sure everybody hears it.
Yeah.
What's the most recent movie you've watched 3 or more times?
Yeah. This one makes sense. This is very clear and direct.
Can you define it for us, Brian, just to make sure we're all clear on the definition?
Yes. Now, while there may not be a definitive number of years, however, the term recent implies that in the past, probably, let's just say 3, maybe max of like 10 years or so time frame. So I went with The Gentleman, the Guy Ritchie movie. He's always got great actors. He's always got great characters. The way that he weaves all of these different storylines that, I mean, they're connected in some way. You just don't know how they're going to be connected at the end. But at the end, they all come together in a very cohesive manner. I just love the way they do that. And The Gentleman is well shot. Again, great actors, great lines, all that stuff. Great characters. Good movie.
Okay.
How's that?
Glad the rules were very clarified for everyone.
Yeah. No, they were very clear earlier, but I thought so. And me and Scott thought, but you know how things work in Aaron's head. Shh, don't tell me.
Yeah, accurately. So what about the rest of you?
For me, I'm going to go with Tenet. Tenet's the one that I've watched that's the most recently 3 or more times.
Because you have to watch that one 3 or 4 times to understand it.
I may or may not have a Google Doc on it where I'm trying to like, put together everything. Or I may have one of those Charlie Day boards behind me where I'm trying to like connect the lines.
I had a legit headache watching that movie for the first time. Like,
I love it. I love every bit of it.
Together though. It is.
Yeah.
Did you watch it in the reverse? That's always a fun trip.
What?
I didn't know
you can watch it in reverse.
I literally just asked that. Didn't I just? I said, did you watch it backwards? Get it?
Well, I didn't
hear
you.
I didn't hear you ask the question.
I didn't hear it either.
It's fine. I'm just going to sit in the corner. Nobody wants to hear me talk.
Yeah, apparently. You just live in a multiverse.
600 episodes and he finally gets it.
Ta-da!
Return of the King Extended Edition, because I had an argument with somebody that was well over 4 hours and they did not believe me. So I pulled it up and I said, here, look, timestamp, 4.5 hours. I was like, timestamp, bitch. Yeah.
And Funny you say that, Troy. That's mine too.
And then because it was there, I was just like, you know what? Play. And the next thing you know, there was my Friday night gone.
Same for me, except I did all 3.
That's crazy.
Woo.
I mean, it was over, wasn't one night. It's fun. It's fun watching the extended editions because you're like, I don't remember this, trying to pick apart what was in the original cut and what wasn't, because that's a lot of extra content. Those things are 4 hours plus each.
No, Two Towers is like 3:45.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We just got semantics on 15 minutes.
It's important. If we don't have the right time definitions for things, Brian will be confused.
Well, it says the most recent movie, and Lord of the Rings feels like 25 years ago, but
he did specify in the format. So what's the most recent to today's date in terms of release date?
That's literally
the most recent movie you watched 2 weeks ago was the last movie I watched. Therefore, it is the most recent. Therefore,
literally. So what's the most recent to today's date in terms of release date? It literally says that, just so you know. No. You guys would have fucking hound me about the last one. Admit you were fucking wrong. Admit it.
Let's look at the doc history to see when he wrote it that way.
I was just going to say that.
I literally from day one. Yep.
To be fair, that was the way that was worded earlier this morning. So I have to
when he checked the format.
Being a fair judge, I have to side with Aaron on this because it does say the most recent to today's date in terms of release.
But you also have to watch it 3 times, and no one's watched the current movie 3 times.
Yeah,
untrue.
The answer is the Fall Guy. Literally came out.
The issue of dispute is not within the quality of the question; it's within the time frame. So
no, mine was
ruling.
Barbie.
Aaron, Judge Judy has spoken.
I've met her. She's a wench.
She's a rich wench.
Yeah, she is. That too. What's yours, Amanda?
Barbie.
That's a good one. Yep, That's a good one. I've seen that 3 times, but not willingly.
Don't lie to us.
Well, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I'm just saying I didn't choose to watch it 3 times.
Well, then you can't say it was unwilling.
It was unwilling. It was just on. I didn't personally choose it.
He's not. He's not saying hard, that Troy, he was.
Like Troy said, it's hard. The recent movies, I don't. I rewatch older movies more than I watch recent movies. So
that's
the most recent one is probably going to be like the Star Wars 9, but that's not even that recent.
That's so we don't have the same answers as always, like Lord of the Rings and things like that.
Well, I just happened to watch that last week, so it was very recent.
I don't know why I bothered putting a format together. I'm just do whatever you want for the rest of this. I don't give a shit. Define it how you want to define it. That's how we're going to go forward. Otherwise,
did John give us one?
I did.
Yeah, John went like first.
I
I followed directions.
Yes, you did.
Surprising everybody
I said the Fall Guy.
Oh yeah, barely heard that. All right, so let's move to the next one.
I love this taking control thing. All right.
I'm trying to keep us on track because apparently Aaron's drunk.
Go for it. No, I'm still sober. This is sober, Aaron. Wait till the alcohol kicks in.
Well, then good. I'll ask the question then, because I want to know from all of you, do you prefer week to week versus binge? Because now that we're in the full era of streaming, what is the best release model for these streaming networks to stay in business? So I'd like to know your business strategy answer as well as your own personal desire answer. So for example, I personally feel that the 2 to 3 episode initial drop of a new series or a new season and then going week to week is better for business, even though I prefer the whole season to drop at once.
I'm with you.
Let's go, Scott.
The whole, doing 2 or 3 episodes and then week by week, I think is a much better business model because it gives people an opportunity to really get invested. Sometimes it's not as easy to get invested in just a single episode and wait another week to come around. So that 3 episode piece allows people to get a little bit more into it. Personally, I like the week to week. I like we mentioned Severance a while ago. I love having an episode to look forward to each week again. I kind of miss that. I mean, we really loved the whole like dropping all 10 episodes at once when it happened. But now that that's happened, I feel like it's a race to be able to watch the show before somebody spoils something for you or to be part of the conversation. And I like that I can just be part of the conversation week by week instead.
Brian.
I'm going to slightly disagree because number one, I don't think either one is ideal. I like the binging and I'm kind of knowing within a couple of episodes or so if I'm going to like this or not, and then deciding whether or not I want to keep moving forward or shit can it and move on to something else because there's way too many options these days. So there's not, for the most part, there's not any cable or network TV shows that command your attention at certain time frames anymore. There's no more, what was the must-see?
TGI Friday.
Must-see TV or Thursday nights. NBC had that on lockdown for a decade. Sunday nights at 9:00, you knew where the whole world was at 9:00.
Yeah.
And you can't do that anymore. Even if the show, like one of my current shows that I really like a lot is The Pit on HBO Max.
I still haven't watched that. I keep hearing, John praised it. I've heard good things about it. I just haven't had a chance to.
Yeah. It's watch it with subtitles because it's not that they, just you watch it with subtitles because they speak fast and they speak in terms you may not be familiar with, medical stuff. So, but anyway, it comes out at a certain time once a week. I may watch it when it comes out. Troy may watch it 2 days later, whatever. It's still not an event. And there's very few events out there. So just give it to me. Look, I'll watch it and if it's really good, then I'll make sure I follow it. If it's not, I'm probably going to forget about it and then go to watch it later and go, oh wait, I've already got a thumbs up on this thing. So yeah,
even if I watch it on a Tuesday and you watch it on Sunday when it drops, you still prefer the week to week model then because The Pit's coming out weekly versus a binge option.
Yeah, what I'd end up doing is I end up like a bunch of I'll wait a few weeks.
Watch them in batches.
Yeah, watch them in little small batches, 3, maybe 4 episodes in a row.
Got it.
I prefer week to week.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's a significant enough landmark show, then I'm going to watch it as soon as I possibly can. But those are very, very few.
So for the streaming business model, then to match your preference, Brian, you would prefer the Cobra Kai method of the last season. Give me like 4 or 5 episodes.
No, that's the no. Please do not do that. That is the worst possible fucking model on the planet. Let me give you 5 episodes, make you wait 4 months. Here's another 5. Yeah, make you wait another little while, and here's another 5. No, I'll take weekly, hands down, 10 times out of 10 over that stupid model.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm weekly. I want weekly. And the thing is like if I want, I will tell you what, I will give up on a show faster if it's a binge model. I do know. I've found that out myself. Like if there's all 10 episodes and I watch 1, maybe I get through 2 and then I'm like, nah, I'm out. If it's week to week, I'll watch 1 and then I might like throughout the week, if I hear good things and whatnot, I might come back and check it out. I won't do that if it's a binge model. I won't do it. So to me, I prefer week to week because I can always binge it when it's done. I don't get spoiled hardly ever. So I don't understand, why people can't just stay off the fucking internet. If you see something that says the name of the show you're worried about, don't read it.
Yeah, just stay off the internet. Dude, that's thing that we all do hard. Every single
It's literally
day.
Not that hard to not read things pertaining to shows that you don't want to be spoiled about. I literally do it all the time. All the time.
I tend to agree with Aaron on that. It's you can't avoid stuff. Number one, stop Googling the show. Hey, let's
because first hit is going to be the answer that you don't want to see.
And if you scroll, and if you see the name of your, like, you just keep going. Don't ever, don't look for trending topics and things like that. Like if you keep looking at stuff like that, it's going to be more populated in your algorithm. So you're never going to get away from it. So I can't remember the last time I really got spoiled by something like big. It just doesn't happen. And plus, I think if it's a good show, if it's good writing, that shouldn't affect me too much when I finally watch it anyway. But
I prefer what Troy said initially, which is dropping 3 episodes so you get an opportunity to feel it out, see if you like it, just like Scott said. And then you get the week to week. So that way you can stay invested, but you don't forget about the show super easy. Mm-hmm. But there are some shows that I think are just better to binge. So I kind of think some of it depends on what the show is. If it's a super big hit with everyone, try that model. If it's a show that's kind of average in where it's at right now, just do the whole drop.
It's tricky because
whole drop or whole drop?
Whole drop.
That's actually a really interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if that clarified it very much.
Hollywood Outsider drop? No.
Sorry. Scott was talking. I interrupted Scott. Go ahead, Scott.
I think it's a good business model idea.
Hang on, Troy. Poor Scott was trying to talk. Hang on.
It's tricky from a business standpoint because, before everything had to be sold in the pilot, right? Now you actually have to sell a series and stretch that out into 3 episodes as well. So I feel like that's going to affect the writing of the show too. If you're looking at it, or are they just dropping the first 3 episodes, or are they writing those first 3 episodes in a way to capture the audience?
I do think, like Amazon does that, right? Or they drop 3 and then it's week to week to week. I think that's the best way to do it, honestly. Mm-hmm. I do think that's the way to do it.
It's working in other industries too. The music industry, when they release albums, are releasing...
They just release 3 songs?
1 or 2, 3 songs before the album comes out. My favorite band, they did it with the Eminem album, the last one that came out last summer. So they'll like, my favorite band has a new album coming out next month, and they've already released 3 tracks, but they staggered them. They did one like every 3 or 4 weeks. So we've got a taste. Yes. Yeah. Best of, actually. Gotcha. It's the best of. Gotcha. So we've got a taste, and I've been listening to those 3 tracks over and over and over again. But then when the next album comes out, I'll listen to the entire album front to back, and those songs will be interspersed. So there's going to be something that's familiar. Now, it doesn't work that way with TV shows because you obviously have to watch a show in the order of the show, right? You're not getting episode 3 and then 6 and then 9. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. Although that'd be a really interesting way to write something. They could come up with what was that one show where you could watch them? Yeah, you could watch it in any order.
Yep, Kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
Good. Or you can have something like what Fox did to Firefly.
No.
You mean ruin it?
Or Almost Human. Almost Human did it too.
Thank you, Rachel Dratch with Debbie Downer. Or you could just really like a show and have it canceled. So there you
go. Well, it wasn't the problem with Firefly that Fox released all the episodes in a different order than they're supposed to. But when you that's what I was saying, is that you can do what Fox did with Firefly, and it doesn't always work unless you specifically plan the show like that.
Oh, I think everybody understood what you meant. We were just like, that's the worst.
You just need to clarify in your language because we all have PTSD from this.
Yeah, right.
We all had a moment of silence as soon as you said the word Firefly.
Yeah,
like pour one out for now.
Pour one out for Justin.
So for me, to taking it from a different point of view or a different frame of thought, I'm gonna answer the question as far as what I think is better for me as a person versus like the industry. And I'm finding that the release 3 episodes and then kind of drip the other episodes out week by week is a little bit better, because when I'm particularly in a compulsive mood, I'll get caught up in something to binge, and then all of a sudden that's all I'm thinking about. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm like, oh, let me watch the next episode, and all of a sudden it's 3 a.m. These are all things that I try to avoid, and and why I don't watch a lot of shows these days, because I just don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to get caught up in like the binge anymore or the compulsion of it, because I find that it distracts me from everything else that I need to be doing. So for me, just feed it to me slowly because I can't be trusted.
Porn.
Oh, I can't, like, we don't have Pornhub
binges
anymore.
Porn?
So.
Yeah, I think Florida is one of the states that banned it, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you can't. You can't just pull up your old goody websites anymore. Yeah, it's pretty weird.
It's like a third world country.
Respectable. Be more respectable.
No, not really. There's plenty of. Never mind. But whatever.
This is not the right conversation.
No, not the right time for that.
Nope. What are you going to say, Scott?
I was going to say to John's point, the older I get, the harder it becomes to commit to a binge. There's always something else that I either should be doing or would like to be doing. And I just
video games. It's probably playing video games, right?
That's part of it. But I have responsibilities, man. Like
chopping wood.
When did you start that?
He's been pretty good about it. Like he just started this like a fun hobby he took up, and he's just like, you should try this gaming. It's neat.
By the way, that's 2 times people have brought up gaming, and neither of them were me. Just saying.
Right. Some of it is that I want to go out and experience life too, and I don't want to get caught up binging something because I'm trying to go out and have some fun, and sometimes get like this whole. Like the compulsion of sitting down and watching something hits me, and I'm like, I can't leave the house because there's this to watch, but also the sun's outside and it's kind of nice.
Well, I watch stuff and I always go outside. I'm outside all the time, so you just got to moderate. That's all. Just moderate. You don't have to watch everything. I've learned this lesson the hard way. Like just because somebody's, you got to check this out, you'll love it. There's 47 things out there I love, man. I just
100%.
I appreciate it. I'll take, like, if you guys say something, I'll take it with a grain of salt, and listeners, they know me from the show and stuff, and I'll try to make time to check things out, but I only have so much time, and I will quit a show in an episode. I am not dicking around with 5
yes, we know.
waiting to find out.
Halfway through the episode, someone said just one word. He's like, I'm out.
Hey, make it better. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
I got
Anything I've got to watch 24, 36 episodes to really appreciate it. I'm out. Yeah.
Nope. And people always say, well, you're really missing out. I promise you I'm not, because I don't know it exists otherwise.
Oh, wait till we get to the part where we talk about shows we wish people would stop recommending.
Movie.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's get there. What's next? Who's next?
Amanda, that's your cue.
You're supposed to be leading the charge. I mean, you took
over. I didn't know I was going to have to do the whole thing.
You officially took over, so you want...
Boss bitch, get on the shit.
So next is movie innuendo. Everyone's going to pick one famous quote that is completely innocent and non-sexual in nature and deliver it as a sexual innuendo without changing any of the words, only the tone or delivery. John.
Hold on, I gotta go scroll to find mine.
We got like 3 different formats. I get it.
Yeah. Okay. In honor of the great loss we suffered this week. All right, Popeye is here. Get your hands on your heads. Get off the bar and get on the wall. Gene Hackman.
Okay.
The French Connection.
That actually, I will say 2 things. One, that works and was surprisingly well done. And Brian, I don't know what you just did to your headphones, but my God.
He needs cordless.
Yeah. Yes, he needs cordless bad. And John, I just rewatched the French Connection because of Gene Hackman. And boy, does that movie not hold up. I'm just letting you know. No. It is not. It is kind of garbage. But he's still great at it. It's a product of its time.
Yeah, 1971. I don't expect it to be I don't expect that to hold up very well.
Yeah. Who's next?
That's Scott? Me. Mine comes from The Nightmare Before Christmas. The character is Jack Skellington, the main character for that movie. And his line is, I've never felt so good before. This empty place inside of me is filling up. I simply cannot get enough.
He took a childhood classic.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was good.
Whoa. Calm it down, Amanda.
Okay.
No, but Scott does have the best voice for this game.
doing this. Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Are you saying he has the best porn voice? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Kinda. He has like the deeper bass. You guys don't have that. Your nuts haven't dropped as far.
Do you want to do mine then for me, Scott?
Sure, you're gonna have to send it to me. I don't know where are you sending it to me?
You want? Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna have Scott do mine because I want it done right. Hang on.
Maybe that's how the game should be from now on.
Just have Scott read it all the time. It's funny you say
Scott
that, Amanda. I'm literally recording my first audiobook right now. I got an audiobook gig, and I'm doing all these different voices, and one of the characters is Venus, like the god of seduction. So I have to read her lines like all like a seductress. It's kind of interesting. I'm like all playful and how's this? How are you doing today?
That's really awesome, man.
So.
There's somebody on Instagram that I follow who she's a narrator for books, and it's always funny watching her stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So mine. It's from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Here we go.
Brian, pay attention. Pay attention.
What?
Open the pod bay doors, please, Hal.
Oh my god, that was so sexual. That was good.
I almost choked.
Did it better than I would have. I would have been on offenders list by the end of this podcast, so that's fine.
So next, Troy.
Oh, am I sending you mine as well?
Oh, you sure? I got Amanda's, but
I sent him mine too.
Fantastic.
You can do it yourself or have him do it. It's up to you.
Oh no, like this is
no.
fun.
I'm having him do it for sure. Troy
great.
should do that also.
I don't know where everybody. Should I just read Amanda's while I'm waiting for Troy? Is that all right?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So Amanda's is from Top Gun, and the line is,
I mean, that's kind of gay inherently, right?
Yeah, the whole thing. Right?
I mean, all I had to do was say Top Gun. I think we pretty much got this one.
Don't make him laugh. He has to get through this and twist it.
All right, here we go. I feel the need for speed.
I like the addition at the beginning.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Don't try it.
How many people have turned the podcast off? How many?
And then here's Troy's. You can't handle the truth.
I picture Tim Curry, but in his role from Rocky Horror Picture Show, reading that.
I'm just a sweet transvestite from Transylvania.
I like how you avoided the cancellation. Well done.
You're right.
Yeah.
Ooh, dodge that landmine.
Good job. That was fun. Is everybody? Oh, Brian's still here. Did you go?
No, but shit. Do I just send it to Scott? Hang on.
Yeah.
If you want to, or you can read it yourself. Either way.
It's up to you.
No, wait. Look, no, I like this. Hang on. Filibuster. 1 second.
While he's doing that, can I give a bonus one?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mine comes from Toy Story 2. The character.
Oh my gosh.
The character Jessie.
Okay.
She says, "Oh, when Andy plays with you, it's like even though you're not moving, you feel like you're alive."
Stop! I feel icky.
Oh, Brian, I feel like we've done this one before, but I'm going to go ahead and read it anyway. I feel like we did this one before, but
look, I'm on here like
from Harry Potter, the first one, which was the Sorcerer's Stone, if I remember correctly. You're a wizard, Harry.
All right, now I want him to read mine, so that we got even the playing field. So,
are you sending it to me, or
I'm sending?
Did you already do yours?
I did mine, but they even the playing field. So, because there's no way I'm reading it nearly as good as Scott would. I'm fucking dyslexic.
All right, Popeye's here. Get your hands on your heads. Get off the bar and get on the wall.
Yeah, that was better.
You're right. That was
much better.
Significantly improved.
That was much better. Much better.
All right, so it's my turn for my game. Yes.
Yes.
This is kind of my go-to whenever we do these is guess the title of a horribly described movie. So first person to shout it out, I'm going to give a description of a movie. Most of these are pretty easy, but first person to shout it out gets a point. You guys keep track of it. I got a few. Aaron will go as long as you want.
Scott has a game. I want to hear Scott's game. Let's hear Scott's game.
Hi, I'm going to describe it one more time. I'm going to describe.
Did you have a game? What is you like? We're playing something right now. Is what we're doing? Okay.
I'm going to I feel like I'm in my class right now, trying to teach a lesson, and all my students just keep talking about bullshit over me.
Skibidi toilet.
He said you guys are elementary kids. Okay?
No, I teach middle school now.
Oh, sorry, middle school
now. That's why he's so angry now.
That is why I'm so angry.
And Aaron
He's like, I thought I had it bad in a level 4 school. Now I'm at a better school, but these kids suck.
Yeah. The worst part is like I was just getting out of the COVID kid era in elementary school, like where the kids that, grew up not being in the classroom. Mm-hmm. And then I decided to go to 8th grade where I'm back to those same kids that were, going through COVID. Anyway. So my game, I'm going to horribly describe a movie very poorly. And you guys are going to guess the title of the movie based on this description.
Yell it out. First one to get it.
Yell it out. Even if it's halfway through the description, just shout it out. And then you guys keep track of your own scores. All right.
Okay.
So we'll start really easy. The first one is this. A boy goes home from the courthouse and is surprised to find a new truck in the garage.
Back to the Future.
There you go. Troy gets 1 point.
Easy. All right.
Yeah. Okay. This one's even easier. A man pretending to be a cowboy crashes a Christmas party. Really?
Die Hard?
There you go. I thought that one was so easy.
Oh,
wow.
Well, at least you acknowledge it's a goddamn Christmas movie, I think. So,
He said Christmas. Wow.
Close enough.
Now we understand where his logic comes in.
Okay, now I got it. Now I'm on the same page.
We're warmed up.
All right, next one. A man doesn't notice that he lost his wedding ring until he sees his wife with it and decides to leave her.
Oh. Man, can you repeat the question?
A man doesn't notice that he lost his wedding ring until he sees his wife with it and decides to leave her.
I mean, this could be any marriage ever.
It's probably going to seem so obvious, too, when he tells us.
I will give you a hint. M. Night Shyamalan.
Lady
Inception.
No.
Why did I say that?
No,
Christopher Nolan.
It's
I was like, a ring.
There you go.
Wasn't there a ring?
John got it. Sixth
Sense. Okay.
Oh.
These are
all
hard.
Right.
These are hard.
I thought they were easy.
Do you have a dim bulb section? Can we do that?
I'll try. Here's the next one. It goes like this. Unqualified astronaut commits suicide in space to avert disaster.
Armageddon.
There you go.
Oh, Armageddon.
Armageddon. You're still on the Nolan kick.
Greatest deep core thriller in the world.
Okay, this one should be super easy. A purple alien goes on a rampage across the universe so he can complete his rock collection. When he does, people react with, oh, snap.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that.
Which one?
Avengers Infinity War.
Endgame.
It was Infinity War.
Thank you.
This one's hard. I'm going to admit this one's a little difficult.
That's what she said.
A German scientist brings an international group of people together.
Oppenheimer.
Nope.
Say that again. Do it again.
A German scientist brings an international group of people together.
The Germans.
Lover.
Nope. I'm going to give this one to you. It's Human Centipede.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. Good plot twist there. Good plot twist.
That works.
Yeah.
That works.
Yep, it works. Good description.
Didn't think Scott would ever go there, but yep, that works.
Wow. That was good. Yeah. There you go.
A group of illegal aliens slaughter a bunch of indigenous freedom fighters in a South American jungle until another illegal alien, hunts him down in a ritualistic manner native to his people. Predator was the answer.
Got one.
A cheating
don't you have
woman.
3?
Apparently he's got
I don't know. No, I don't have 3.
No.
Keep going.
I like this one. A cheating woman narrowly escapes retribution while every man in her life dies. Her last act before she dies herself is to destroy a priceless, irreplaceable treasure.
Titanic.
It is Titanic.
Nice.
Very well done.
Wow.
That's 2.
I got 2 more.
Okay.
Unless you want me to stop. Am I good?
No.
All right. A guy suffers the loss of his family except for his handicapped son. He then teams up with a woman who has memory loss, and together they find his kidnapped son.
Finding Nemo.
Boom. Finding Nemo.
I had so many offensive answers to that one.
Thank you for staying quiet.
Last one. President Franklin D. Roosevelt is scared of magic in British-occupied Egypt.
The Mummy?
Night of the Museum.
Nope. What'd you say?
The Mummy?
No.
The Mummy?
What'd you say, Brian? Nope. President Franklin D. Roosevelt is scared of magic in British-occupied Egypt.
Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. I don't know.
They have top men working on it.
King Circle?
Top men.
Oh, it's Raiders of the Lost Ark.
There you go.
Damn it.
Oh, wow.
You should be embarrassed.
I am.
I really thought Aaron was going to get that one like right off the bat.
I'm overthinking these mostly. Well, the last one, I was just thinking of really horrible things. I was overthinking.
It was the FDR thing that was throwing you off.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, it was. I did not remember.
I thought it was a cool roundabout way to do
it. Was. It makes you
very good.
It makes you focus on the president and not what was really going on. He was casually mentioned in the movie. So, good job.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Very good.
Very good.
Who's next? Amanda. Ooh.
Well, who won? You won, right?
I don't.
I think Aaron got 3.
We're all winners.
I think so too. I got 2. Well, no, we should have winners.
Okay, who won the movie Innuendo? Which one was the best?
Scott.
We didn't really say.
I think I just win that one by default.
Yeah,
Scott won that by default.
We all bitched out and just said, Scott, read them for us. We don't want to be canceled.
Oh, yeah.
Very well done.
I had to find a second one because I had the same one as Aaron.
Did you? You want to open those pod bay doors too?
You know it.
This is why you should allow us to put our notes in the same format.
There'd be 6 people's notes and no one would know what was going on. That's the problem.
We change colors.
No.
We've done it before.
It's okay. The listeners don't care.
Let's go. What do you got? It's your turn. Dazzle us. I thought you were taking charge.
Yeah,
I forgot. Testicle stuff?
Anyway, it says listicle.
What did I say?
So we're going to play a listicle game. Something different. All right. I'm going to give you 5 TV shows considered to be some of the best of all time. And you're going to rank them 1 to 5. The trick is, which you've probably seen in like online videos and stuff, is you don't know all of them at once. So you have to rank them somewhere on your list when you hear it. No takebacks.
I like this. Okay.
You're giving us each our own lists, or we?
You all make your own list.
So you have to put it. So are we doing it as you say each one, or are we writing it down and then revealing?
One by one. I get that. I've seen this on Jimmy Fallon, right?
So write or put it in your notes app 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then when I tell you a TV show, you write it somewhere that is open.
Pick a number. So you're creating a list, but you cannot change it. So if you put it at 3rd, you can't say, no, I mean that to go at 2nd later.
And then we don't reveal it until afterwards, right?
Is there a certain
I like it. Let's do
it. No, you got to reveal it. You got to reveal it. Otherwise, people
at the end.
At the end,
reveal it as you go. Title by title by title.
No, because we got to rank them first.
Got to rank them first.
Are these all like the same genre or theme or something like that? Like just hypothetically,
they're a little bit different.
Horror, is it like horror movies, or is it horror movies mixed with comedy?
If you don't, people are going to change the list if you.
Yeah, I can't give you more details. They're just.
I think we can go on the honor system here.
All right, here we go.
Okay. All right, we're going to the honor system. I'm going to.
Just show you.
God, why do you guys complicate everything?
Aaron makes us this.
The first movie.
This is really my fault. Yeah.
The first movie that you're going to put somewhere between number 1 through 5.
Movie or TV show?
I'm sorry, TV show.
Okay.
The first one is The Sopranos.
Ooh.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, I'm done.
Is
there a bottom list?
Okay,
sorry,
I'm good.
I show my cards a little.
Sorry, there was a motorcycle. It's still going. The next one is Breaking Bad.
Ooh.
Boy.
Got it.
Okay.
All right, I'm good.
The next one is The Wire.
Okay, I'm good.
Troy, John, you guys good?
Yep.
Okay. The next one is Friends.
Oh, shit. Can I get a bottom list? Another bottom list?
Such a hater.
All right.
If you say the show for the last one, I'm going to be really mad. So the last one, no matter what it is, we have to put it in our one remaining spot.
In the one
correct?
hole that's left. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I know you guys don't like limits on holes, but here we go.
I like one limit. I'm okay with one limit on the hole.
Game of Thrones.
I knew that's what you were going to do.
This worked out great for me. Perfect.
All right.
How this works.
We're going to go one by one, and I'm going to start with Brian because he's mad.
Fucking mad.
Okay.
All right. From 1 to 5, Friends, Breaking Bad, Sopranos, Game of Thrones, The Wire, and I hate you. I Hope you get a yeast infection.
That literally was saying there's one show that was going to be in there. As long as it's not that one show, this is going to be a perfectly fine list, and you had to go and F it up.
All right, Scott, what's yours?
So number 1, Breaking Bad, 2, Friends, 3, Game of Thrones, 4, The Wire, 5, Sopranos. If I had put Game of Thrones at number 1, it would have been exactly what I wanted.
Damn. Troy.
Number 1, Game of Thrones. Number 2, The Wire. 3, Breaking Bad. 4, Sopranos. And 5, Friends.
And how do you feel about your list?
And honestly, 2, 3, 4 could be a tie. So yes, with Game of Thrones on the top and Friends on the bottom, I think I did exactly 100% correct.
How did you save number 1 till the end? That would have been so hard to do.
I saved it to the end.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
All right, Aaron.
What if it was like, what is it, 227 or something like, like.
Oh,
I almost fucked you guys real bad.
There's all these iconic shows.
I liked.
And then here's some subpar, middle of the road.
Exactly. John appreciates the genius of Jack.
Well, so originally I was going to do TV shows that had more than 600 episodes, but it was like really, really tough. And I was like, you guys,
what shows have more than 600 episodes besides Grey's Anatomy?
Grey's Anatomy has actually only had 437. Simpsons, I think Bonanza was one of them. Maybe. I tried to take like the live shows and do like scripted shows.
Sure. Hey, my list, number 5, The Sopranos, because I don't like The Sopranos. I'm not Italians. I am. Yep, I'm not a big fan. Maybe make your sauce a little less rich. Number 4, Friends.
Because you hate good stuff. We get it. Yeah,
just never makes me laugh.
You have no soul.
That's fair. Number 3 is The Wire. I'm fine with that. That's a great show. Fantastic show. Number 2 is Breaking Bad. That was I figured that wouldn't be the best show that would pop up on this list because it was so early. So I'm like, okay, I'll save number 1. And I was really hoping it wasn't something like How I Met Your Mother because I would have been pissed right now. And number 1 is Game of Thrones.
My second thought was, what if I picked everybody's favorite show and put it in the mix?
Oh, that would have been good.
Because there would have been 5 left. So, but yeah, I didn't do that.
Oh, that would have been good. Who's
all
left?
right, John.
All right, so my number 5 is Sopranos. The number 4 is The Wire. Number 3 is Breaking Bad. Okay. Number 2 is Friends, and number 1 is Game of Thrones. I would say Friends belongs nowhere on my list.
Well,
I've seen
people with no
3 episodes of The Wire.
Simpatico.
Yeah. I've seen 3 episodes of The Wire, and I would still put it on this. If I had to put it on this list, I think I would still put it on number 4, just because of the 3 episodes I saw. I loved it, so I just never went back to it.
I'm sorry, I did a complete rewatch within the last couple of years of Friends, and it still holds up. So you people are wrong,
sure,
and I'm okay with that. I still love you despite your faults.
Was that the last thing you watched, Brian, or was that the most recent thing you rewatched?
Good job, Troy.
Oh, I love a good circle back. Good job. I love it.
He likes a good reach around.
Oh my God!
But they're both similar.
That's funny. Well done. Well done.
It's God. It's like you telegraphed that. Good job, Troy. Love that.
You set it up by knock it down, buddy.
Is that everybody, Amanda?
That's everybody. So since you personally have been doing the podcast, what is the best movie and TV series to debut since then? So Breaking Bad wouldn't qualify. Checking the release date. Make sure you do that.
Mm-hmm.
So the clock starts when you started the podcast, starting with Troy.
That was the hard part. I couldn't remember when the hell I was on here because I came in a couple times like to guest occasionally.
Mm-hmm. So I would say that counts. I would say that buys you a little extra time.
Yeah, so I just went with more recent shit because they're just that good. But movie, I picked Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Holy shit, me too.
And for the TV show, I picked The Last of Us.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Because when season 2 drops, holy shit, is things going to get crazy?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Aaron.
Okay, so I've got Scott and I and Brian, we have the longest run on this, right? But and Breaking Bad wouldn't qualify because it was 2008 that debuted.
Yes.
So I really, really had to think about this because I had several that were right up there, and trust me, I don't want to do honorable mentions. So there's several that were up there. My TV show is Schitt's Creek. One is one that people had to convince me to even watch. I thought the first season was kind of just okay, but man, this is one of those where, I know I'm a hypocrite on this, but this is one of those shows where you get into that second season and
staring at Aaron.
Totally.
But you keep going, and then, man, I haven't laughed, cried. Like, I don't cry usually when I watch anything. I have cried so much rewatching the show. Like, I know the moments are coming, and every time, when you get Patrick singing to David, and you get like little moments like that just happen, like it just breaks my heart, and it still works on me. I've rewatched that show, the whole series, at least 5 times. At least 5 times.
So what convinced you to watch an entire season of a show you didn't like when we can't get you to watch more than one episode of a show that we want you to watch?
Honestly, I don't remember.
10 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 10 or 13 or whatever it is, and they're all half hours, so it's a little shorter. But if I remember right, and I'm trying to go back, because honestly, I watched it 5 times, so I'm trying to remember what the firsts were. I don't remember why. I heard everybody talking about it, and then I remember watching it, and I think my wife was more into it than I was. I was just like, okay, whatever with these people. I don't care. And so we just kept watching. It was like, I think around COVID time, maybe.
Yeah.
So you're like stuck in the house. And then season 2 starts, and I really, really appreciate it because they do what I've been wanting a show to fucking do forever, which is treat people who are different in terms of normalcy, right? I hate to use that term because it's not fair, because we're all normal, right? Everybody's normal in their own way. But, you haven't seen people that have different sexuality, different tastes, different appeals, things like different interests presented in a way where they just fucking are. It's not a think piece. It's not trying to make a point. It's not trying to sell you any particular movement. It's just, these are just how people, this is just their lives. Right. This is it.
It's matter.
And this is, I've always said this. Yes, this is the best 100%. Way to do it, because that breaks barriers. And I loved that. And I started seeing that coming through shiningly. David has I think it was a wine. Yeah, it was a wine analogy where he kind of explains, like, sometimes I like rosé and sometimes, and it was just so beautiful because it was simple. And it wasn't like trying to hammer a nail, into the wall and make people appreciate and understand. Like, it was just saying, this is how people are, man. Just, it's okay. It's cool.
Well, and I think outright asks the question so many people do have in their heads.
It does. And it had this thing where I think many people felt like so many shows, when you have the main characters, they go to a kind of a hick town, that the other people are idiots and they're bumpkins and everything else. And it's the complete opposite. The main characters are the assholes, that they go on a journey to become good people because they're surrounded by people that, although they might not understand their fanciness and where they come from and their money, like, they're just good people. They care, they're good hometown people. And because they're surrounding them, they make them become better people. And I love the whole story, and it just got better and better with every season. And it really affects me. Like, I have feelings, I found out.
Well, so it's debatable.
Who knew?
He's got one left. He's only got that one left.
All right, John.
I didn't do my movie.
Sorry. You took up
I'm sorry.
minutes
it's
telling
Tuesday
us the feelings.
already, and we thought you had wrapped that up.
I'm sorry. My movie, even though it's probably not my favorite movie, this is the best thing to me is Spider-Man No Way Home, because it brought all my Spider-Man together and just made me just smile on a level I haven't smiled at in a long time. So,
more feelings. Brian.
It was a series.
Spider-Man, it says movie and TV series. Once again, I know for a teacher, you'd think reading comprehension would be important.
No. It was. I thought it was movie and TV series, like movie series, TV series. I didn't go for the best overall movie that would change my answer completely.
Was the one series or movie?
What is the best movie and TV series to debut since blah, 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 blah.
I'm dyslexic and I still got this right.
Yeah,
that could be read as movie series and TV series.
He reads it. Yeah, he reads it as like a jumble jumble score. You're gonna mix it all up, and it's all fucking. He got it. So what the fuck?
John,
please don't ever teach a class on dyslexia. I don't think you should be describing it.
Whatever. Hey.
All right. So my TV series is just like Aaron's. The one that stuck to me and has stuck to my ribs since it's come out is Schitt's Creek. For the same reasons. It does a very beautiful job of telling a beautiful story without beating any sort of drums, without drawing any sort of undue attention. They just let it be matter of fact, and it is. And the thing that I love about that show is that the characters learn lessons and they act as if they're learning lessons from episode to episode. And that's the thing that drives me nuts about a lot of TV, where you have some characters who just refuse to learn the same lessons. I'm binging something right now that I'm enjoying, and I'm not going to tell anybody what the fuck it is. I find that the characters just refuse to learn the lessons and keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again. So
why aren't you telling anybody? Are we going to make fun of you? Is that what you're worried about?
Yeah. No, you guys are just going to be okay. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm finally watching Cobra Kai, bitch.
Oh, hey.
I'm on season 5. Talk about being compulsively watching something. I only started it Saturday last week, and all of a sudden I'm watching it all the time.
I thought you were going outside. Stop. When did you go outside last?
It's been a while. It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
It's been 5 days, and it takes 2 hours per day, so you're doing fine.
Sorry.
I'm already on season 5 right now. This show is it's fun, and I get it. It's got some great feelings to it, but the characters are so fucking frustrating.
They can be, yeah.
Sam, right? I'm going to keep on being an idiot and not learn this lesson that I just got punched into my face with.
We're not talking about Mary Mouser.
And Mary Mouser is just not a great actress.
We're not talking about her.
I don't even know who she is yet.
She's actually good.
No, she's not.
Who's Mary Mouser?
Okay.
She's really not.
Sam
LaRusso.
Oh, Sam. Okay. Ugh.
She can't karate to save her life, though. I'll tell you that.
She can't act to save her life.
Neither can Daniel.
That's true too. Both are true.
Wrong.
They're not wrong.
I mean, nobody really looks good fighting. It's like watching.
No, I disagree with that. Johnny Lawrence is actually he's very good, and Terry Silver is an accomplished martial artist. I think
Terry Silver is about the only one that I'm like, I'm actually scared of him.
He's a fighter that's acting, that's a difference.
Yes, that's true.
Guys, I'm getting hangry.
But John Kreese, shut up, man. We're an hour in. John Kreese is my favorite because he always looks like he's just falling down. When he's fighting, he just looks like he's keeping the center of gravity until it takes him.
What I'm finding the most joy in is like the first time Chosen showed up, and then right now he is in every episode right now, and I'm finding him to be like my favorite character.
Oh, hands down. Wait till the end of season 5.
Yeah, you got a lot more coming. You got a lot more coming.
And then the movie that has stuck to my ribs the most, and I haven't even bothered rewatching it, but I think about it quite often because of the themes behind it. But it's I Kill Giants. It's a beautiful movie that just sticks to me, and I think about the themes and the story of it, and just how beautiful it is. And if anyone ever sits there and says, "Well, I want a good movie for a good cry," well, then watch that because it'll sneak up on you.
Good choices. Who's up, Scott?
All right. Well, my TV show should come as no surprise. Thanks to Brian.
Schitt's Creek.
No.
Okay.
Thanks to Brian and his more or less forcing it down my throat. Game of Thrones has become my favorite show of all time. There is nothing that's topped that, and I would not have watched that show if it hadn't been for Brian saying, "Look, go buy it, watch it. If you don't like it, I will reimburse you for the Blu-ray copy of Game of Thrones." And it is
sad. Is he's not even here to appreciate it.
Totally left.
So here, let me do this for you. Hey, now that's all good news, man. I'm so glad that you liked that show.
Wow, that was
I love that show too. Thank God you did try.
You can almost hear the banjo.
You could almost hear the disrespect.
Welcome to Brian's Trailer Park.
There you go.
There's an old reference.
I'm so glad you tried that, there, Scotty.
No, but seriously,
he's back just in time to hear you fucking embarrass yourself.
I never would have watched Game of Thrones if it weren't for Brian. So that is, it is the only show to this day that I watched the entire run leading up to the new season every time a new season came out. So I've legitimately seen that first season of Game of Thrones at least 10 or 11 times because I rewatched it from start to beginning right before the new season came out.
From start to beginning?
It was a short
start to end. Sorry, I've had I've had a half a bottle of wine.
He's like 30 seconds in. I'm done.
Wine? Look at you.
He watches everything and then goes and then finishes it with the first episode again.
Yes, and then I say I watched the whole thing.
I have rewatched that one a couple times too. So that's a great show.
As for movie, I took this as series, not like individual movie. If I said individual movie, I'd probably say something like Inception, but I went with the series and the Planet of the Apes movies, Rise, Dawn, War.
Yeah.
Easily rewatchable films from start to end. I almost said start to beginning again. Start to end. Kingdom is good, but like that first trilogy is just so freaking great. There's not a dull moment in any of those, and what they did with the CG on those apes is nothing short of incredible. Like I thought I was watching actual talking animals. Like it was that good. So that's my pick.
Good deal.
I like it.
So Brian, now that you're back, thank you very much for the recommendation.
You're very welcome. I'll keep it brief because that's exactly my same choice as well as Game of Thrones. I mean, the fact that I practically bullied some of you and obviously bribed Scott into watching it was, it's really a masterful show on storytelling, callbacks, setting stuff up in one season to pay off in a later season. There's so many. I hate to use the onion analogy, but that's really one of the best ways of doing it. It's just the different layers involved with that show. And as far as the movies, it's not.
Hang on. Before you go to the movie, Brian, have you read any of the books yet?
Nah.
So I made it through the first 3 books, and it's shocking how spot on the first book is to the first series of the show.
Right.
Like it's like they started diverting by book 2 and book 3. But if you were a fan of the books and then you watched that first season, you had to have just been so excited because it was damn near identical to the first book.
Yeah, I think the Benioff and what is it, Weiss? I believe they're probably masters at translating adaptations, from books to movies. Not sure how they are with creating their own stuff, but
Westworld.
I'm kind of trying to. Amazing start! But it's such just a master. It's a master class in television. And as far as movies go, I got to say it was Avengers Endgame for me, just because of the emotional, the connection with being a comic book collector since a wee kid, and seeing these characters all come together in that big battle scene against Thanos, on your left comes out, all the characters that we've seen up to date just come out of these, those little Doctor Strange portals, and all the minor characters and the women get their own freaking battle scenes and stuff, and they're badass, and everybody's just kicking ass. I still get chills, and I can watch those movie theater reactions like all day long. It's such a good, for the comic book nerds, it's just the pinnacle of enjoyment, really. So while there's been many movies that are deeper and they cover topics that are, much more meaningful to society and all that stuff, for me, Avengers Endgame was just amazing. And did anybody
Troy
get that? Everybody shut the fuck up.
Brian, were you talking?
Wait, Troy went already, right?
Yep, I think we're done.
Wow.
Oh, it's just me. My fucking bad. I forgot about myself. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, and Schitt's Creek.
Say that again.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, and Schitt's Creek.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Both talked about, so we can move on.
Yep, it's John's turn.
It's John.
All right. So I decided to see if I can do something fun here with everybody. We're going to do a character swap. In this game, each host is going to choose 2 movies and swap their protagonists, discuss how the plot and themes would change. For example, swap the leads of Forrest Gump and Die Hard and explore the results of resulting chaos in both scenarios. We're going to start in the following order. Aaron's going to go first.
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, so 2 movies, swap the protagonists. Come to me.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, I read it wrong. So come to me in that last.
That's
At least I can admit I read it wrong. God damn it! All right, go ahead.
All right, I'll go because I got it. Okay. So
Yeah, I'm not
I
changing mine. So
I could have wrote
no,
it. wrong.
John. I think I got the spirit of your
Yeah.
instructions.
Yeah, no,
all right, so I picked Adventures in Babysitting and Jerry Maguire.
Oh shit. Okay, let's hear it.
So in Jerry Maguire, the entire plot of the movie changes to being a female sports agent that gets ousted from the firm. So there's like a lawyer situation where she's trying to like make her way as a hotshot female sports agent while she's also having a same gendered partner relationship. And as that support system goes through there and how she climbs her career in order to start her own firm when she finally gets the big break at the end of the movie. Because that would be Elizabeth Shue in the Jerry Maguire side.
sounds interesting.
And then on the Adventures in Babysitting side, obviously you have Tom Cruise as the babysitter, comes over, and it's like everything just happens more Mission Impossible style. Like the kids are with him in the car, but the car's like a Hummer instead of a station wagon.
He runs a lot.
He runs a lot. He takes out Thor and like just with a BB
Wasn't
gun
that
or
called
something.
Risky Business?
When they get to the shop, something like that. The whole like when she's outside the window, hanging out the window looking at mom and dad in the party, he just rappels down the window and grabs her, Mission Impossible style.
Okay.
And at the end, he just takes off the mask, Mission Impossible style. It ends up being the older brother the whole time.
All right, that sounds good, Scott.
All right, so mine, we're going to do a swap between Face Off and Elf.
Oh, okay.
Specifically, we're going to have John Travolta playing as Nicolas Cage in the main cast in Elf.
Okay.
All right. He's going to be Elf, but he's going to be John Travolta playing as Nicolas Cage. And then Will Ferrell is going to be playing as the role of John Travolta's character playing as Nicolas Cage in Face Off.
Wild.
Just because I want to see what that looks like.
There's a reason why you and I are friends. We're going to find it out.
Should have done like Face Off with like Freaky Friday.
Oh, that would have been good too. Yeah.
That's a deep.
That's a cool mashup.
Deep level kind of shit right there. But yeah,
is that yours?
Nope. Mine is Willy Wonka and Mad Max. So you got
yes,
Mad Max running around a kaleidoscopic candy land, hurting a bunch of asshole children, versus a whimsical Mad Hatter driving around an apocalyptic wasteland looking for chocolate.
I like the idea of Mad Max like having the kids spray themselves in the teeth with like candy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's they don't die by accidents or whatever. They're just like he just gets tired of their shit and kills them basically.
Well, I was like, when you described it, I suddenly pictured it, that.
What is happening?
I thought to myself that was the plot of Beyond Thunderdome, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All I remember is Tina Turner.
Yeah, he was shepherding a bunch of kids around.
That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think of that deep into it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking it was really like
Amanda.
Willy Wonka not really making it that far into 3 movies in Thunderdome. I just kind of thought he'd be dead in about the first 10 minutes after being ran over by a bunch of motorcycling rapist assholes there. So.
Jesus,
my goodness!
I mean, that's look,
all right.
Show
what
us
a
on the doll
conclusion for me to follow.
Yeah. All right, Amanda, go ahead.
So I swapped 2 characters. Well, it's the same actor playing 2 different characters, and I'm swapping them from their movies. So the actor is Tim Curry. The first movie is Rocky Horror Picture Show.
All right.
I'm listening.
And he's moving over, swapping with his character from Clue. So Clue changes a lot, and I love that.
Means no.
Okay. Butler. What's the
So instead of the butler,
buttress?
Which transvestite.
So instead of the butler
idea.
did it,
Holy shit.
I would watch this. Yeah, Tim Curry and anything. Yeah, I don't care where you put him. I'm fine.
So instead of the butler did it, the butler did everybody.
Yeah.
You're damn right.
Oh man. And Troy and I just saw Clue live. We just saw.
How was that, by the way?
It was okay.
It was actually. It was good. It was very close to the movie. A little too close for my liking, but the last act changed up a lot. Yeah, because I mean, not because I love the movie. It's just when you have it very close to the movie, all you keep wanting to hear is the way that you've always heard it. So when they change and tweak the lines, they don't say a murder. They don't say that, and I'm like, well, you missed an opportunity.
Well, this is getting serious.
Yeah, exactly.
And the ending when they were like, it could happen like this and it could happen like this. It was very rushed.
It kind of was, but I will tell you,
movie.
It's how they did it was rushed, not necessarily how the movie was. But in the when the chandelier comes down, there's a great movie in the live play where they do it in slow motion. That is, I've never seen that done in a play before, and it's fucking awesome. Like that was the best moment in the play for me,
for sure.
Were there any notable actors? I mean, I know usually stage stuff isn't people that are Hollywood. Nobody you'd know.
No, nobody. No, not that they don't matter.
Did they use the same theme song?
Yes.
Ah, that's cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron, your turn.
Okay, I'm good now. Well,
right.
Brian's dying, but otherwise I'm good. So, yep. So I want to swap Speed and Identity Thief. I'm going to put Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock's character.
Oh my God.
I love this already. I don't care.
Yeah.
Here's my money.
Because
give me this ticket.
Now we have a comedy.
Give me this ticket.
Now we have a comedy. Now we have a comedy. And then you put Sandra Bullock in, or can I put Keanu Reeves? I'm kind of confused on the rules.
Sandra would
here.
have to switch.
Okay, so Sandra Bullock.
do that. So
either way it works. Either way it works.
Either way it works.
Either way it works. But Sandra Bullock or Keanu, whatever. Now it's it can be a much more serious piece and less jokey on the Identity Thief side, and you can get a much more like really getting into the nitty gritty of you're stealing identities of the world. But really, I just wanted Speed with Melissa McCarthy. That's really what I wanted.
That would be fun.
Because can you see her like stay at 50 miles an hour and then just hijinks ensue? I think it's hilarious.
Constantly yelling for random reasons.
Yep.
Yeah, that's be great.
I think you should have swapped it with Back to the Future, and then they had to stay above 88 miles per hour.
Why don't you do your own fucking swap? And then
I just had the idea.
All right, so my swap is I'm going to take Buddy the Elf and put him in John Wick, and put John Wick and put him in Buddy in Elf.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
Good Lord, I thought mine was going to be dark.
Imagine
James Const's going to die.
I love murdering. It's my favorite.
It's my favorite. It's great. It's going to be just like that. Buddy the Elf is going to be hunting down people and doing the whole murder bit, but it's going to be as Buddy the Elf. It's not going to be like John Wick's doing the whole thing.
You're stabbing people with candy canes.
Yep, it's gonna be all that. It's gonna be the throwing of the snowballs and all that jazz. It's gonna be a lot of that, and I think that would be hysterical and fun to watch, and even a little twisted. But John Wick is gonna become the very best elf in Santa's workshop
because he gets things done.
He's gonna be the most precise. Yeah, he gets shit done.
When you're up in the North Pole, you got to get things done. It's all about efficiency and consistency.
And it becomes like a very much a fish out of water kind of story. Still a bit of a comedy because the rest of the elves just don't know how to handle John Wick. But at the same time, he is just, as in the suit, but he's got an apron on over that, and he's got a bunch of the elf tools all over there, and he is just like making toys, and it's pretty intense.
Also, his dad knows who he is and is deathly afraid of him when he comes to New York.
Exactly.
Just inexplicably like, oh shit. John Wick is coming, and he's like trying to get away from him.
So that was my game.
Okay.
All right. So the next one is Brian's game.
Oh, yeah. All right. So we've got a super mega blockbuster film. It's being set up. It's setting up a whole new cinematic universe around the intergalactically popular podcast called The Hollywood Outsider.
Oh, it would have been weird if it was named something else.
You are the casting directors. You can use any actor from any era, doesn't matter, but be specific which version. For instance, like if you mention Scott as Sean Connery, is it Highlander Sean Connery Or is it James Bond, Sean Connery? I know it's just...
Or is it bullshit and you should recast?
There you go. Yeah, we'll call you out on that if it's bullshit. Do not cast yourself, just the others.
I got it.
So who are you casting? Let's start with Amanda.
Bummer.
Okay, so for Aaron, Matt Damon.
That's fair.
Right.
I mean, that makes sense if you go Matt Damon, then yeah, I'm in.
Fuck you.
For Brian.
And he's left.
He walked out on that. That's awesome.
I pissed him off so much he left. This is great.
For Brian, I have Chevy Chase.
Oh, he's way taller.
That's a good call.
Sure, I'm good with that. Look.
Yeah,
Fletch is one of my biggest
okay.
sarcastic influences in life, so I'll take that gladly.
For John, I have Ralph Wright, who is the voice actor for the original Eeyore.
Oh my God! Yes.
What?
100. There
Wow.
is no better casting, even mine. It's nope. Game over. Amanda wins. Game over.
Whatever.
Okay.
All right.
She just wants to nail something to your butt. Like, let's be honest.
For Justin, I have Mark Hamill.
I mean, come on, that's low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
It is, but it works.
Yeah, it does. It does.
He can't argue with me about it. For Scott, I have Jesse Eisenberg.
What?
See that?
Okay.
All right.
And
All right.
for Troy, I have Robin Williams.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Oh, honored.
Well, you guys went a lot nicer than I did.
Yeah,
Holy
but-
cow.
I'm fucking Eeyore, you son of a bitch.
I'm saying.
I mean, her
You guys-
asshole factor was, it was totally focused on a certain part of this group, but,
Yeah.
it
All
works.
right.
It
Who's
works.
next?
Troy, let's go with you.
All right. I decided to go with Ed Harris from Westworld for Aaron.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Because he's kind of like a.
It's too bad Aaron's not here for this to hear
I know.
how we cast him.
He's definitely the get on my way, do it my way. I'm gonna shoot you if you don't.
It's not about the wrinkles; it's about the attitude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he can wear a good hat.
He
I've seen
definitely wears a good hat for sure.
No surprise that Amanda would be Kristen Bell from Veronica Mars.
Love that.
Brian would be Bradley Cooper from The Hangover.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. That's a good
Come
one.
on.
Our John would be Wallace Shawn from The Princess Bride.
Wait, as who?
Inconceivable.
Oh my God.
Because our John has to explain everything all the time, over and over again. So,
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Justin, I gave him comic book guy, aka Jeff Albertson from The
Nice.
Simpsons.
Good call.
That's good.
Okay.
Scott would be Glenn Powell from Twisters.
All right. Bring it on.
Man,
Yes.
this is a sexy
I would be
cast.
Glenn.
At least
yeah.
me and Scott are.
So far, I'm doing pretty well. And that's
Oh,
it
is that
for
it?
you, right, Troy?
Golly,
It
I
is,
just kept
yeah.
waiting to hear more beautiful people being announced. All right.
Oh man.
I did
Aaron.
cast myself, even though we weren't supposed to. If you want to hear
bring
it,
it on.
No, we don't.
No.
No, we don't.
I cast myself as Brent Spiner as Data.
Dude, that was my first pick for you. I had that written down. I'm not joking.
That's fair. I like that.
I literally Googled actors who played robots.
Me too.
Oh my God, this is the best segment ever. Holy cow. I mean, John's probably not liking it much, but other than that, John, what you got, buddy? Johnny, come on, bring it. Yeah,
Oh, it's
bring
my
it on.
turn. All
It's your
right.
turn.
I feel
comes the
silly
roast.
for. I feel silly for not. No, I didn't even roast a single one of you motherfuckers. I did something well, maybe Troy, but
Aaron,
that's besides the point.
Just if you're just listening to this and not seeing this,
I gave him text updates.
Okay.
Yeah.
you're
so
up-
for
you're up to
Aaron-
speed. all right,
Cut up.
all right, good deal.
So for Aaron, I chose Billy Zabka's character from Cobra Kai.
Oh.
Oh, I'm honored.
because I mean, as much as he's dumb in the show, I do like the fact that he is someone who cares. He cares sometimes too much, and he does everything he can to do the right thing, even though sometimes he's wildly like.
Yeah, I was like, did he just call Aaron dumb?
No, and he doesn't take any shit.
And he doesn't take any shit. Okay. I was only circling back to the fact that I said that like I like a lot of the characters before when I went on my tirade about Cobra Kai, a lot of the characters are just dumb and keep making the same mistakes. He's one of them, but that's besides the point. Amanda is I'd cast Caitlin Olsen from her character from High Potential, so she would be more like the character of Morgan Gilroy, and it's a lot has to do with the fact that when it comes to the important topical items that we talk about, she always has a lot of great information, a lot of great statistics, and she's very well informed on information when it comes to giving out the important stuff.
Oh my God, I feel so bad for Eeyore now.
So, Brian, I chose James Spader's Robert California from The Office.
That's funny.
That's good.
That's funny.
Who was it?
And the reason why is because Brian has like he has the same sort of energy to me, where he just kind of he has the ability of just kind of looking at you and kind of being like, sometimes it's like he's dissecting you, but other times maybe it's something else. But he can really just get to the core of everything. So that's why I was going with Robert California from The Office. For Justin, a lot of people aren't gonna know this character, but it's a
lot of people don't know Justin, so it's okay.
That's besides the point. Yeah. Kevin McNally, he played a character on Supernatural. The character was Frank Devereaux, and he was this really gruff, kind of like he wasn't trusting of the government or of anything at all kind of person, and he was a tech guy, and I think that was a great idea for Justin.
Justin would love that.
Yeah. For Scott, I went with Jason Segel's Tom Solomon from the 5-Year Engagement because of because
I'm tall.
Scott has what's that?
Because I'm tall.
You're tall and you got a big head.
It has a lot to do with the fact.
I've got the same casting.
I wasn't thinking about the big head or being tall. It's a lot has to do with the fact that character does his best to do the right thing, even though sometimes he gets very misguided but he's also very lovable and engaging character, wildly smart. For Troy, I went with Steve Carell's character from Dinner for Schmucks, Barry, because and the thing is, it might sound like an insult, but when you watch that movie, Barry turns into this very intelligent, endearing character who is just trying to get through life the best way he can.
It's a good movie,
and he's wonderfully quirky and aloof, and that's why I chose that character. So I don't think I roasted a single one of you assholes. Now I got to go rewrite this.
All right, Aaron. What have you got so far? Yeah.
Oh, it's me.
Your turn.
My turn. Okay, you guys ready? Is Amanda back? She
turned the mic off. She's off the camera.
Oh, she's snacking.
I'm here. I'm Justin right now.
Gotcha. She's doing some snacks. No worries.
Make sure
you're here.
Chew on the microphone whenever you eat.
Don't
crinkle the bag. Make sure you dip your hand all the way into the bag. There you go. Like nobody's listening.
Justin, is that you?
Those were the best outtakes when he would just pull out a bag of chips and crunch while Aaron was talking.
What's wrong?
What's
wrong with this?
All right. Here's the cast. Okay. I think I've got this pretty well. So I'll start with Justin McCumber, and I'm going to cast him as Paul Walter Hauser from anything, any era. It's just
remind me. I don't know the name.
He is Stingray from Cobra Kai. He is he's
totally
you have to look him up. You'll know exactly who he is.
Yep. All right, 100%. Gotcha.
Yep.
What's his name again?
Paul Walter Hauser. He's just kind of this guy who acts like he knows everything about everything, but not so much.
Oh, the guy that played the dude on I, Tonya.
There you go. Exactly.
That's
same
the
guy.
one. Yeah, same guy.
I was a special secret agent. Yeah.
That's a good call.
Yeah. I'm pretty proud of my casting, by the way. All right. So Troy, Mr. Heinrichs. I know the easy thing is to just pick somebody who was a robot. But that's you and I's thing, right? Like that's, right. I'm not going to cast you as a robot, buddy. I know exactly who you are. I see you. Harold Ramis from Ghostbusters.
Oh my
that's
God,
who Troy Heinrichs is.
That's
nice.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is smart.
I was an asshole and left my family for my job.
There's that.
That too.
I mean, look,
that too.
It's every aspect. Sure.
Smart. But every once in a while it gets out a zinger that just blows your mind. And you're like, God damn it, that was funny. Where'd that come from?
And he likes Twinkies.
Like Twinkie. Johnny, I'm not going to roast. I promise you. I pick Ben Stiller from Tropic Thunder.
Ooh.
Mm-mm.
Now, hear me out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That character is constantly
You're
trying.
my best friend.
Minus that.
That was the first thing I thought of.
That's not why I picked him. It's because he is a character that constantly is trying to do his best and cares about everybody that he comes in contact with. That's why. That's his character. And also he's kind of funny. And also, sometimes he does some weird shit.
That fits.
There you
that
go.
Fits.
Now, I'm saving Brian because I'm pretty proud of this one. So hang on. Amanda.
All right.
Meg Ryan from the You've Got Mail era. You are very much a Meg Ryan type. You're sweet, you are funny, attractive, of course, intellectual, and also just have a lot of insight into things. And I think the You've Got Mail is especially close because of, she's a book reader, so she's smart.
Mm-hmm. This is one of the best compliments I've ever gotten.
Well, it's about time. It's only taken 30 years for him to be, a good dad.
There you go.
It also fits because she still has dial-up and you checks AOL mail. So yeah.
It's fair.
All right.
So Scotty Clark. You're not going to know who this dude is until I say what he's from. But Scott Meklowitz, that's who I'm casting you from Eurotrip, because Scotty doesn't know has been our connective tissue for many, many years. Whenever that song comes on, I instantly think of Scott. I tried to play it at his wedding. His wife wouldn't let me. That movie connects us, so I'm going with that casting. Plus, that guy was very sweet. He just wanted to have a good time, and he was always very, very positive to his friends. That's Scott.
Yes.
Now, Brian.
Oh my
you're
God.
last. You're a hard guy to cast. You're a hard guy to cast. A lot of banjos. I'm sure people are going to think about, but I'm not going there.
Overalls isn't helping the fucking case at all.
Not going there. I'm pretty proud of this because it's fucking spot on. Are you ready? The person playing you is Terry Kaiser from Weekend at Bernie's, because that motherfucker was dead and still the life of the goddamn party.
Wait, the dead guy?
Yeah. That's how fun Terry Kaiser was Weekend at Bernie's. Even when he's dead, he's more fun than everybody else. Just saying. That's Brian Williams.
I'm not really going to argue with that. Look, you look.
If we don't recreate something like that
on the cruise. There's nobody else in this group right now that has experienced the amount of time with me as Aaron. And the fact that he will back this up, we will walk past a bar and they will call out, "Hey, Mr. Brian. Hey, Brian." And he's like, "When were you here?"
It's weird.
I've been with you every minute.
I've been with you the whole time.
Every minute of this trip. Why are they calling? I don't know that guy. I've never seen him. Why is he calling to you? That's me.
It happens every time.
So yeah, no.
Every time
Look, first glance, I'm like, what? But yeah, no, it makes total sense. 100%. Can't argue with it.
There you go.
Good call.
I'm pretty
100%. I am not going to argue with that at all. All right. Well, you made me last. I'm going to make you first.
Left?
How's that? Why don't we go with there? I'm going to go with Jeff Daniels from the newsroom.
Where? Oh, thank God! I thought you were going to go Dumb and Dumber.
That's a pretty...
It's like, just because I had bad chick in that one cruise doesn't mean you got to put me in the Dumb and Dumber side.
No. Absolutely no. It's no newsroom. You're in charge. You got your group of people that you're trying to get herd it into the same way. Maybe you don't give the best instructions, just saying sometimes, but whatever.
Politically androgynous.
Politically androgynous.
You'd like us to have two sources for our stuff that we're sharing on the podcast.
I love that.
Next up, Amanda, I'm going with Elizabeth Moss, kind of the Mad Men era.
I thought you were going to say from the TV show.
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's
Tale. No, a little bit of a boss bitch, pushing her way through, you know what? I got a lot of testosterone around me. I gotta push back a little bit. Gotta push back. I gotta make my space, and I'm good with that. Make your space, sweetheart.
I love it. Thank you.
Love you
love
too.
You.
Johnny, RJD.
Oh boy,
Captain Eeyore.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, he's been Eeyore for a while. I'm going with Jonah Hill, and we're talking about the a little bit of both. We're talking forgetting Sarah Marshall with a little bit of Moneyball in there. He's smart.
Did you just go 6 to midnight, John?
He's a fun guy. He's smart. He's got a little bit of whimsy. I love him. He's a good guy. Justin, going with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, interesting.
That's a good call.
It's kind of you just imagine Philip Seymour Hoffman. You kind of think Justin, just whatever your brain kicks up.
No, I don't.
Yeah, no. Look, he's got a little.
I think Paul Walter Hauser, and I think Justin.
He's a little bit of that Twister. He's also a little bit of kind of Ides of March. Kind of, he's a weird mix of a lot of different things.
Okay, you put it in the Twister perspective, and I can get on board. Okay.
All right. So, Scotty.
What was that Priest movie he was in?
What's that?
What was that Priest movie he was in with Meryl Streep?
Whatever, dude. I didn't watch every Philip Seymour Hoffman in the last fucking 48 hours, dude. Sorry.
You should.
All right, I'm moving on because this is no going nowhere.
Oh my god.
All right, Scotty, Jason Segel. I've mentioned that earlier. Pretty much any Jason Segel movie.
I like that.
Look at Scott. It's the same guy. He doesn't know where he's at. Just let the wife tell.
I almost chose this for John.
No, Scotty's way worse. He's going to Europe this year and he doesn't even fucking know it. Anyway, going to.
I know. I just
don't know where he's going. Idea.
Turkey, Greece, and Italy. Bitch.
Whatever. How long is this flight? Why is this flight so long? I don't know, Scott. You're going to Rome. What the fuck? Anyway, Troy, I'm going with Michael Sheen. I'm not doing the robot thing. I like Michael Sheen. Michael Sheen is a uniquely versatile actor. He's got anger. He's got smarts. He's got likability. That's all of Troy wrapped up in a beautiful fucking cannoli. So there you go. That's my
beautiful cannoli.
I like cannoli.
Don't doubt it.
They are delicious. Yeah.
Delicious.
I think that's
everybody.
I think that's Scott.
Scott.
Sorry,
Yeah. Well, Scotty doesn't know.
Look,
he doesn't
Scotty
know.
Still thinks he's on a trip tomorrow. Whatever.
I think the alcohol is kicking in with Aaron. He's very giggly.
With everyone.
I refreshed my glass. That's why I disappeared for a while. You're welcome. You better hurry up before this fucking podcast goes
right.
off the rails.
My casting for Aaron, straight up, Miles Teller.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Is this
I see
Just
Bull era, Miles, or is this the Gorge era?
It doesn't matter. He plays the same character according to Aaron, so it
guy in every
really
goddamn movie
doesn't matter.
Era, it's the same.
Amanda, I went with Natasha Lyonne.
Ooh, okay.
I wish you could do that voice. That'd be cool.
I wish I could
gravel for freaking breakfast.
Mocha. I can't even go that.
Camels.
So, Brian, I went with Bill Burr.
I can see that.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I could do that.
That was like I kept looking at different actors. Like nothing went as well with your looks and personality as Bill Burr. So
So bald guy that's offensive. Understood.
Funny, and yet, you know what? Kind of hits the point. So you know what? I'm good with it.
Yeah. John, because you got the voice for it, you're going to play the Muppet in this movie. Like, whatever Muppet it is. And I got to hear it. I got to hear at least one line. Come on.
All right, let me see if I can do this.
Well, it is a trained monkey, apparently.
I'm no trained monkey, man. I can do whatever I want.
Every time I hear John do that, I hear the dude from Police Academy.
Bobcat Goldthwait?
Michael Wilson?
No,
Winslow.
Bobcat Goldthwait. Whenever he does that, that's what I hear. So I don't have a specific.
Police Academy 3 because there's so many unanswered questions from 1 and 2.
So anyway, John, I know there's not a specific actor. So if I went with an actor, just because I feel like you are so like you and I have the same sense of humor, right? Like when we get together, we joke around, and again, I know you've been picked on and roasted, so this is not a dig on you. But like I feel like this guy's sense of humor really fit you.
That's what everybody says before they fucking pick on you. Go ahead.
And that's Harlan Williams.
But
Who?
That's who? Harlan Williams?
Harlan Williams?
Yeah.
All right.
Talk
I guess
about
that's
a
okay.
rando pick.
That's
All
a
right.
rando pick, but I get it. Rocket Man, I'll take
Rocket Man or something about Mary. That's the scene I'm thinking of. Like it's
or
You're
6
thinking about the
minute-
5
Dress
minutes.
P,
The,
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Step into my office because
I
you're
saw where
fucking
he was going.
fired.
I saw where he was going apparently long before you did. You're like, oh, he thought of me a very respectable role with Harlan Williams. No, he didn't.
Well, John, would you have preferred?
didn't.
Would you have preferred Harlan Williams or a Muppet? Because I was kind of torn after
Jim Henson. Why not just Jim Henson? Give him
You know, you could go Harlan Williams from Periscope, Downs Periscope. That would have worked.
Dumb and Dumber, where he drinks, pee. So
he drinks the pee.
Get the hell out of here. Yeah.
Harlan Williams doing the puppet voice.
Would you drink the pee?
is it Saturday?
What?
No,
No.
wait, it is Saturday.
Okay.
He's
I'm
so
just
yeah. He would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, it's Saturday.
I'm
I'm
drinking
down
pee
for
right
anything.
now.
For
Oh, man, I might-
Justin, I went with John Goodman, specifically from 10 Cloverfield Lane,
Oh.
Oh.
So a bit
Interesting.
psycho, but
because
likable regardless.
Put together, but
also thinks he's smarter than everybody else in the room. Yeah.
As somebody that shared a hotel room with him once, I see that.
Jesus.
And lastly, Troy, Stanley Tucci.
Ah.
Good actor, versatile actor, but
wow.
also
Ooh, that's a good
just
one.
nerdy enough to be
I
Troy.
hear you. Oh, that's a good call.
Stanley Tucci's
All
kind
right.
of sexy.
Yeah.
Just letting you know, Troy. Stanley Tucci's a little sexy.
All right, we got one more discussion topic, and this one is Aaron's.
Oh, shit. Hey,
Shit.
the host guy.
I should have drank
You
some.
should have
gotta do
did
some
this
work
way
all of a sudden.
earlier.
All right, here we go. What is one series or movie you wish people, well, we've got two more technically, but what is one series or movie you wish people would stop trying to convince you to watch, Scott?
Was
Schitt's
that really
Creek.
difficult for you to read? It sounded like it.
I've had
Yes,
a little bit.
His
I've had a
monitor,
little bit. It's
his
going to be a long
monitor
day.
is
'cause
shifting
we
back
recorded
and
this
forth.
early.
Your choice is Schitt's Creek, though.
Yes, it is.
You're wrong, though. You're wrong. I just told you how much it broke my heart.
I know.
God damn it.
You know what? And
This
a lot of it
breaks
is
my
because
heart
of your
more.
hypocritical piece of shit, Aaron. Like,
I'm a
oh, I won't
hypocrite.
watch it. I won't
Wow.
watch. If I have to watch an entire season to like get into a show, I'm not into it.
All right, that's the first
And
one.
I watched that entire first season and one episode into season 2, and I was like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I understand where you're coming from.
He
So
did
I-
the same thing with me with Breaking Bad, Scott. I feel your pain.
Like,
Yep.
I am so that
And
and
me with
and
Breaking
people trying to
Bad.
convince me to watch Die Hard at Christmas. I purposely go out of my way to watch that movie the week before or the week after Christmas season, just on principle.
I just love that over the years people have given you so much shit about that. Like it's still a thing that
You
lives.
are the
Oh, that's amazing.
association rep for those who don't believe Die Hard is. a
I'm not
Christmas
alone
movie.
either. We may
Half the reason I throw out that Christmas episode every year is so that people are reminded that Scott is a bitch about Die Hard as a
I mean, it's
Christmas
not,
movie.
but whatever.
Thank
It
you,
is.
Brian.
Well, that's wrongness is in Brian's
Wrong.
religion, so that's
Yeah.
cool. Holy shit! Scott finished a whole bottle of wine. Brian finished a whole bottle of moonshine. I guess I should drink faster.
No,
you should
you
have
should
seen, like-
slow down. You're a lightweight. My choice is
Like-
Seinfeld.
Ooh,
Okay.
I've not liked what I have seen of it. I'm not going to like watching any of it.
Button on this app thing?
No, I mean, keep in mind, Amanda's a very positive, upbeat kind of person, and Seinfeld is very dark, sarcastic, and kind of mean, honestly. So I could see why she wouldn't like that show.
I also just think it's dumb.
That show also takes a while to really get good. I tried to watch the series from the beginning, and those first couple of seasons are like whatever.
No.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're not very wrong.
The ending's terrible.
It's just it's not fun if we all. It's not fun if we all agree.
I mean, she's kind of wrong.
There are pockets of that show that are just damn near
but
brilliant.
there's enough episodes that have created a pop culture phenomenon, for lack of a better term. Or
I don't want to be a pirate.
No soup for you. But whatever. You know that
I don't lick an envelope to this day.
Look, this last.
You what, Troy?
I do not lick an envelope to this day.
You know, you don't double dip.
Really?
I don't.
No double dip.
Oh, because
you don't double dip.
Double dip a chip. I think about that every time I dip a chip. Is like
none of these references ring any bells for me, and I'm okay with that.
But it's
you're not alone. I didn't pay attention.
No soup for you doesn't ring a bell.
No soup for you it does stick, but the licking of a envelope, I don't know.
George Costanza lost his fiance that way. She died.
Yeah.
Wild.
I'll tell you, I could go. I have a fucking list. I can go on and on and on. Yeah. I mean, How I Met Your Mother, Sopranos, Severance. I could just keep going and going and going. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I tried.
You're wrong on Severance.
I have never said you need to watch How I Met Your Mother. I have said the opposite. You stay away.
You're not the only person that watches the show, sir.
Okay, well,
Troy has told me I need to watch it many times.
Well, okay, well, Troy's wrong. You need to stay away from that shit.
I am. I'm good.
It's a worst show ever, Aaron.
But
no, I'm not even playing that game. I'm not even doing the whole take it away from him so he wants to watch it.
Half-hour comedies. That's really the thing. It's like very rare that I get into one. Schitt's Creek is an exception, not a rule.
No, there's plenty of times where there's things where I'm like, you know, Troy, you might like this in the chat. Aaron, stay away from it.
I just don't like laugh tracks. And I find it forced. I find that one forced. Now, Severance is more an issue of I feel like it's very heady, and I don't want to put the time in right now. It doesn't mean that I won't come back to it. I kind of want to wait until that one's finished, and then so I can barrel through it.
That one doesn't get too heady until the second season. Like the first season is very digestible.
The first season,
it's pretty heady in the first season.
Maybe I'm dumb as fuck. I don't know, but I thought it was pretty heady.
It's heady and helly.
Nah.
Are you caught up, by the way, Troy?
The second season is
great. Caught up, yes.
Holy
I see you.
crap.
I see you, Troy.
Yeah.
You sit back, you let the rest of us talk shit, and you throw in those little snipes. I see you.
Dig. Who's left?
He sees all two of you.
For me, it's Yellowstone and any part of that Yellowstone universe.
My brother keeps trying to get me to watch Yellowstone.
Fuck Yellowstone, but Landman is actually really good.
I would watch Landman. I'm
Yes,
interested in Landman. I just didn't know if I could just jump into Landman.
Landman is not connected to Yellowstone.
You can.
You don't have to watch anything else.
Watch Landman. Yep. And there's Allie Water Titties. Sorry.
Jesus, Brian.
Just saying.
Well, Brian's
I'm going to watch it now, but
you don't need to say it. You already said. You're not just saying. You said. I got it.
We can drop F-bombs, but we can't say titties?
You can. I just don't think you should. Like, are we?
I'm trying to convince
Amanda. I'm going to go to the.
Troy watching.
Don't bring me into this.
We all know.
You made the sale. Stop selling it.
Who's John? Are you left?
I think I'm left, but see, I have a very different way of managing this problem. Is that I'll finally cave and fucking watch it, like I'm doing with Cobra Kai, because I didn't want to watch the show.
What was the other one that you finally watched? Didn't you finally watch Ted Lasso? And I actually loved that.
It was Ted Lasso was the other one, but Ted Lasso.
People know you, sir. Maybe. Yeah, that's such a great show.
Ted Lasso is great. Cobra Kai is a good show. It's fucking frustrating.
5 seasons in a week, but it's just an okay show.
It's a good show.
It went a season on too long. It did go.
It's fucking frustrating, but it is a good show, and I love like how much of a backstory they're adding to the mythos of the Karate Kid story. I love all the backstory stuff they're adding and how they're retroactively adjusting the characters. I actually dig that because I just like the idea that we're getting a much.
Sure, more nuance. Can I tell you about like this thing? This kind of pissed me off. Somebody actually they listened to our Cobra Kai episode, Troy.
Yeah,
and somebody said to me, and I could have fucking punched them. And if they're listening,
don't ruin it. I haven't watched it.
No, I won't ruin that. I would not ruin that. But they said to me, "You only like the ending because you got to meet them." And I'm like, and all I wanted to say was, then you never listened to the Blacklist podcast, motherfucker, because I butchered that show nonstop, and we met all of them. We got invited to the set, and I told the showrunner how terrible the ending was. So don't fucking tell me that I wouldn't say. I would say exactly what I thought. Fuck that. Sorry, that just came to mind, and I'm a little.
I will agree and disagree with that point in the same fashion. You do look.
Okay.
Here's where I'll agree with them. No.
I kind of all right. Here. Okay, wait.
A third of this podcast is so drunk right
now. A third? What the shit? How are you counting?
It's 2:30.
Your math is horrible.
No, 2 out of 6. That's actually a third. Whatever. She's right. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Your math is terrible.
But I'm a woman, so let's fucking question me.
Exactly.
I'm not only the one with like the highest education next to Scott Clark.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's
small brain, tiny arms.
Right
behind by the fact
she threw a fucking degree at you. She threw a degree at you. Go ahead.
I didn't hear what you just said, Brian.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think Brian knows what he just said.
Well done.
He was defending Aaron's point on Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Aaron does have let's see, he does tend to embellish how good something is depending on his connection with his engagement with that person.
Get to it, Brian.
So if he's got if he's got a good story with hanging out with a person. We
had a great story with Blacklist, and I crashed that show every week. Every week. I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah, you were tired of recording that show. Let's be honest.
I love Troy, but I was tired of this show, period. Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, you do like, when you do like the person, there does tend to be a little bit of a bias there. When you are kind of done with the show, there is a little bit of a non-bias.
I still will respond.
You do,
honestly,
but you are overall you are very nonpartisan on whether you like it or not. So,
I think we were fair
in
that
general,
episode.
though.
We said the ending was cheesy and it was fucking great.
All right. In general, that's the only way I get away from the whole like, oh, you need to watch this. Okay, fine. I'll finally give it a shot, and that's what I did with Ted Lasso, and Ted Lasso hooked me right away.
Boy. At least you tried.
You persevered.
Yeah,
I promise you, yes, it goes on a little bit too long, but when you get to the last 3 episodes are the perfect episodes. They are perfect.
It's a fun show. It is. I'll give it all the accolades and credits that it gets. I'm not wrong about how stupid the characters are sometimes.
Nope, you are not. Nope.
And it's frustrating as somebody who's watching it to be like, why are you doing this again? We just did this last season. Why are we doing this?
You're also watching them like in succession, which that's the difference. That's the difference. Like, I get it though, because like if you're doing season to season,
it's all very fresh in my mind.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, it's all very fresh in my mind. So
I'm rewatching it and I'm seeing the same things, and I'm like, God damn, this is like the 3rd time in 3 seasons we've done this.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, so
people are who they are.
People are who they are. People make
you
mistakes.
Is what you is.
Nobody says that. All right, I think
I am.
So let's move on. I just did Popeye. So let's move on to Hovengers. Okay, each of us, you get one choice. You get to pick one character in all of film or TV, just one, to add to a team that will save the world from a world-ending supervillain. I don't care who the supervillain is, just whoever you deem as the worst. Go with that one. Who do you have? You got one choice. Troy, I'm going to go by window that I see on my screen. Troy.
I am going to go for like the end game moment, or when we face the supervillain in the final battle, and pick Morgan Freeman, just so we can get the line.
Talk them to
get busy living or get busy dying.
Wait a minute. We're not picking an actual
Red from Shawshank Redemption. You got to pick a character.
Yeah, Red. Morgan Freeman, Red from Shawshank Redemption. Get busy living or get busy dying. So
wait.
This is before the big battle.
Pick a character that isn't already a supervillain or a superhero.
No, you could pick any character.
Any character.
It's weird that he would pick Red, but you could pick any character.
Because I want the line, and the line is perfect for like that final battle right into
got killed by Thanos.
he snapped, and I was on the
My
beach.
team crawled through 6 miles of shit.
Hang on. I just want to point out. So, like, the world's coming to an end, and Troy's like, I want the guy that delivers a cool fucking line. I don't want a guy who's going to help me save the world.
That's what everybody else is for.
He's the guy that just got out of prison, and he can help me. That's say a line. Okay. Yep. Well, that's, guys, I hope you got more, because so far we're dying.
His cap is like a ninjutsu Shizuki boomerang.
You don't get any recast. You pick Red from Shawshank Redemption to help you save the world.
His hat is like a boomerang.
He's a man that can get anything.
Man that can get anything, including people to help him.
Brian, your choice for the whole Avengers.
I was worried about this, but after Troy's selection, you know what? I'm fairly optimistic, unrealistically optimistic. So I'm going with an animated character, and
okay,
I'm going with Sterling Archer from the Archer comedy series.
Shit.
How is that
going to help? How
is he going to help?
I know you're not familiar with it.
That's how you get ants.
As much as I've like practically begged you to watch it.
I've watched a few episodes, but I'm trying
here's what I know. You've never said,
agent.
Hey, watched a few, didn't like it. All right, cool. You've never done that. So whatever. Yeah. You're supposed to check back. You're supposed to check back.
Do that.
I took this to Mission, and it was shit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, wasn't me. Good deal.
Okay.
I know where you stand.
Archer.
So anyway, Archer is a guy that's not look, he's the self-proclaimed best spy on the planet. However, he's got a way of making things work out for him. He even acknowledges that, you know what? I don't know why they do. They just work out for me. So it's whether it's luck, whether it's his preparation, whatever the case is, things work out in his favor. And if that is always the case, then whatever this bad juju that's coming on, threatening Earth, I want as much good juju to go against the bad juju.
So far we have one guy who knows how to handle a prison wallet. Who knows how to handle a prison wallet and deliver a line. We've got another one who's got luck on his side.
Yeah, we're fucked. We're screwed. We're screwed.
Amanda.
Totally screwed.
This is actually good. The supervillain has no idea how great we are because he's going to expect, the bravado and the gravitas.
Yeah, he's going to be sorely disappointed. Amanda, what do you got?
Up to the underdogs.
I got Scarlet Witch. My girl's coming.
All right.
At least you got somebody who can actually do something. Yeah.
And got keep her alive, people. Keep her alive.
She could have a mental breakdown.
Boy, what if the villain has kids? They're just dangling them.
Wow.
Was he Michael Jackson?
Oh!
Oh!
You mean
no? Man, who do you got? Who do you got? It sounded like you had Archer, but you got somebody else now.
Wait, who are you talking to?
John.
Oh, me?
John on the
I don't know. I mean, we got to make up for a lot here because we got Red, we got Archer, we got Scarlet Witch. I mean, Red and Archer aren't really holding up anything.
Real.
So
whatever.
They're already dead.
Okay.
They're already dead. Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna go with the most on-site character there is, and that's Godzilla.
Of course. You're on brand.
John, I like that, man.
He doesn't take direction at all, though.
That's what I meant by on-site. He just shows up and starts beating ass. Whatever starts looking like the biggest problem, he's going for it. So
all right.
Okay. Scotty?
I mean, put Godzilla against any superhero. And I feel like Godzilla's got a pretty good shot.
Superman's got
I don't know. Ant-Man can take
laser eyes.
In the comics, Godzilla wins.
Okay. Who you got, Scott?
I'm going with Dutch from Predator.
Do you guys understand? Like, this is the end of the world, right? Like,
that's the thing. Is look what Dutch did, man. He was just a regular old commando, and he improvised and was able to take out an alien from outer space by putting mud on himself. And he went out there and did things out of the norm in order to take out an alien. So I feel like he can come up with some solution, no matter who it is he's up against. He's going to come up with something.
Aaron needs to be a little bit more clear with his questions and his
because my initial pick was going to be just a regular superhero
that Aaron has been the let's just say sponsor for has been heatedly debated.
This is how it's written, motherfucker. Each of us picks one character in all of film or TV to add to a team that will save the world from a world-ending supervillain. Who do you hate, Jeff? You pick fucking Archer and Red. Shut up.
Red rallies the people, man. He rallies the people.
Yeah. Things work out.
I think we lost him.
Archer, if you watch the series, you would know it.
I'm here. I just decided to take a break.
I don't blame you. It's a dumb question.
That's what she is. She's understanding the world is coming to an end.
Plus, Archer's a cartoon. Exactly. He'll never die.
As long as someone's ever going to race her.
Wolverine, okay. Deadpool, all right. Deadpool doesn't die.
No,
fine.
No. I'm going to pick Sherlock Holmes. I need intelligence and minimal ego, and I need someone who can see ahead. So we're going to go Sherlock Jesus
Holmes.
Christ, I don't even want to play this anymore.
Okay, there's a massive presence threatening the planet.
Don't talk to me, Archer. Don't talk to me, Archer. You don't even have a real character. You got a cartoon, you fuckstick.
What this problem is. So good. Once Sherlock figures it out, Archer and Red and all the others and Duke and Dutch and everybody else can solve it. Once Sherlock Holmes figures out how to solve the problem.
I can't wait to
Lana.
Kids, you.
This is why you
Lana.
drink.
You're not my supervisor.
Hey, you're not my supervisor. I was going to say it too.
This is how you're getting it.
All right. So I have drank a lot of brown liquor, and I apologize for anyone that offends. But before we end this podcast, we have to talk about Ho Cruise 3.0. And I am praying Brian actually has some details that he can share. Go ahead.
Absolutely. It is, it's not this summer. It is next summer. That is the summer of 26. We're talking July. We're talking 19th through 26. We're talking.
That's good because Scott has to go to Europe, but he doesn't even know that yet. But
oh my God.
Yeah.
And if literally.
You guys act like I don't know I'm going to Europe. I don't understand.
Okay, where are we going, Brian? Where are we going? Tell us where we're going.
We're going to Alaska, baby.
Woo!
Bottom line is, it's one of mine and Aaron's favorite places to go. We've done a couple of cruises to the Caribbean. We've done the Bahamas. We've done the Caribbean. We've seen some amazing places. It's great. Don't get me wrong. However, Alaska is one of those bucket list places that a lot of people say they want to go. They say they want to go. One day we'll go there. Now is your time to do it. So it will not get any cheaper than what it is right now. And it's myself especially, budget is a big word. Capital B. And emphasis on the budget. So
stop off. Right. Jesus Christ. Where are we going? We're starting in Vancouver. We're round trip to Vancouver.
Make sure you got your passport handy. Meaning handy translation is valid. And so what you want to do is
get one now. Start the process now.
Because it may take a few months to get it.
It does take a while to get a passport. Trust me.
So anyway.
Are you going somewhere, Scott?
I'm sorry?
Are you going somewhere that you needed a passport?
I went to Australia last summer.
I think he's going to Europe, but I don't know if
I'm going to Europe this summer, yeah.
See? He's not
sure. So we're hitting again, we're starting and finishing in Vancouver, Canada. So you got to have a passport to get into there.
Oh, so it's we're starting and beginning.
And beginning.
Just like earlier. It's like
starting.
Fucking hell.
Wow. Where's the circle back I never wanted? Anyway.
This is so fucking painful right now.
Give up.
This fucking hurts.
We're going to Juneau. We're going to Ketchikan. We're going to Sitka. We're going to all the great places in Alaska.
My passport.
I wish you would hurry up.
You're taking a really long time to get there, though, honey.
I keep getting interrupted.
Like, seriously, I've already gone there. I've gone there and gone back before you got there. Let's go. Let's roll.
Getting interrupted.
What are the dates? They can find the rest of it on the website.
Skagway, Glaciers, Ketchikan.
Love it.
Vancouver, start. Alaska in the middle for 5 days, 6 days, cruising.
Or 7.
7th day, we're back into Vancouver. It's amazing. It's going to be an awesome fucking trip. Book it.
What are the dates, Brian?
July 16th through the 23rd. 19th,
19th
of 2026.
For
all right, Brian, let
me
ask you a question.
No questions.
I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm going to have a heart attack. Oh, my God. Oh, Wheezy. Wheezy, this is the big one. This is the big one, Wheezy. Hang on.
I have a legitimate question because as a guy that's been on cruises that have been only in the Caribbean, when people hear cruises, they think Caribbean type weather. So if you are what's it going to be like in Alaska in July? Is it still going to be?
Yeah.
Yes,
you're not walking around in bikini tops and short shirt, Daisy Dukes. No, it's not that. We're talking probably
totally
plan on highs in the 50s, maybe the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
60s.
Easy
It's
60s.
easy 60s.
Yeah, look, this last one, me and Aaron were on, we had a day that was in the 70s, and it felt like this fucking world was melting. So
we made it out. We
had a good day. We had a really good day. But it does. It's a plan on layers.
Slightly chilly.
Yeah.
It's fall.
T-shirt.
It's fall.
Fleece. Maybe a little bit of some kind of a windbreaker type of thing. But
we've had the whole cruise in the past. We've had a great time. We've had a lot of fun stuff. We're going to do the same thing that we've done in the past, as well as you're going to have a great time because it's one of the best places you can visit in the world, honestly.
Last thing, Brian, what is the name of your business to get in touch with for travel?
Right. It's Wonderstruck Travel, but most of the information, everything that you will need will be posted in the Facebook group for Hollywood Outsider and or the website or
the website.
Yeah, anything related to that. Or if you're already in the group, if you've traveled with us in the past for Ho Cruise 1.0, 2.0, you'll know.
You'll know. Okay, it's time to wrap it up, guys. Thank you guys for listening. And if you haven't, I don't know what's going on. I drank so much brown liquid. I don't even know where I'm at. But Amanda, why don't you close it up? You're doing great. You're doing fantastic.
The next time you head to a theater or sit comfortably on your couch to watch something on streaming, buy popcorn.
Not alcohol.
Love you too.
No, don't buy alcohol. This is very bad for you. Very bad. I don't recommend it.
But a lot of it.
Fucking hell. I don't even know what we just did. Wait.
Whoa! The Price is Right? Come on down!
River needs Coke.
It's so bad.
It sounded like you just said Grandma needs That's what it sounded like you said.
Well, we're going to talk about The Expendables 3. Brian saw The Expendables 3. I did too, but I'm going to abstain. To explain the movie, we thought we would bring back a guest because of popular demand. So just to drop by. This is the last time he's probably going to drop by, so I hope you enjoy his presence.
I'm so excited.
I want you guys to hear Sylvester Stallone tell you all about Expendables 3. Here you go.
Yo, guys. How you been? It's been a while since I've been on your show, but I thought I'd come by just tell you about my new movie. It's called The Expendables 3. You know, because there's so many unanswered questions from 1 and 2. We knew we had to make a part 3, you know. Hey. We got Mel Gibson. He stars as Conrad Stonebakes, you know. This guy was thought dead by my character, and once I find out he's alive, I grab some younger kids like Ronda Rousey and that twinkly fucker from Twilight. We go all Braveheart on him, you know. It's a lot of fun. I hope you guys you like this movie. Big fan of it. Apparently, you know, not many of you motherfuckers went and saw it, but that's cool, right? Love the show. Take it easy, hoes. I got to get back to work on my new feminist picture. It's called The Expendables. I think you broads are going to love it. Fly out, yo.
Oh, my. Guys are going to get me fired.
You've been rickrolled.
And presenting Hitchcock.
I always forget that one.
You're the worst co-host.
I am presenting Hitchcock.
That intro is pretty funny.
Thank you.
You must really love that show.
Yeah, right. He loves doing it so much he forgets he's on it.
I do love doing that show, but I only do it once a month, so I do kind of forget sometimes.
All right, so I have a confession to make. You know, so what was so choice this year is 3 men and a baby. I mean, how rad it is. These 3 dudes, they're swingers. They have this awesome apartment. They got paintings on the wall. And then this baby comes along and they put their swinging life on hold. Cha, even.
So, are you guys ready to rock?
All right.
Are you ready to rock? Were you born ready?
I was not born ready, but I've gotten ready over the years.
I have gotten myself accustomed.
I'm trying to save you a little bit of stuff later. Tom Hanks returns as a symbologist, not a symbolist.
What did I put? Symbolist?
Yeah, I don't know if you thought he was like in the orchestra.
I've been in those shoes. You don't want your dad to say something that puts you in a pit of despair, you know?
I can't find it, dude. All I see is pictures of Hot Pockets.
Of Hot Pockets?
She's got Hot Pockets on her Facebook wall.
Oh, is that what the girls are calling it now?
That's a vagina, Scott.
I guess the saving grace with a place that only sells coffee is at least it's going to be affordable, right?
Well, it has to. This is the Hollywood Outsider, weekly movie and TV podcast. For this week, we are looking at upcoming releases, The Wolverine, and the to-do list.
Hey, that doesn't suck.
Oh, yeah! This week or the week before?
While we're correcting stuff.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
It's actually Henry Cavill, not Cavill.
Is it?
It is.
Well, why don't you wait till we get to the actual show? And
we're all in. Hey, here's where everybody's fucked up. So I'm jumping on this bandwagon. Bitches. I'm taking the horses and I'm.
Is it the in front of Wolverine that's fucking you up, man? Because it seems to be about where you're fucking up.
Taking the off.
And we're going to see the Wolverine.
Today, Junior.
Are you going to kill me again?
Just make sure, Mr. Breather, your nose whistling's not in there. That's usually what I'm getting rid of whenever you run. That or the.
Hey, it's like a good German engine. It starts to make a weird noise every now and again.
You got it, Rick Dalton. I got you. All right, here we go. Sorry, does that mean? I don't know. Is it okay to make fun of stutter? Is that like offensive? I don't know.
I mean, probably, but he's chubby. The one who gets to decide.
Yeah.
You're not chubby
I'm pretty sure
anymore.
I wear smaller jeans than you do now.
That's true.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Well, we wore the same pair of jeans around the time of the cruise, and I've lost weight since then, so I actually have to be smaller now.
So now he's calling you fat.
I feel like you're calling me tubby. Or is it tubby?
Oh, wow.
Ooh!
Sorry, I couldn't hear it past the chub.
Are you fucking deleting my posts and then not telling me you're deleting my posts?
I'm rubbing off on my students.
What?
No.
Whoa!
You need to not rub your students at all.
No, listen to me, you jackass.
You should learn how to word.
Don't be rubbing them on or off.
You know, this is creepier in person than it is over the radio.
It is kind of creepier in person.
You say creepy, I say erotic.
My line comes from Professor Dumbledore, and he said,
"Of course,
it's hard to find a creepy Dumbledore line. I looked through them. This is the only one I could find."
I hope it's not the one I have. Let's go.
What happened down the dungeon?
Damn it! Start over.
What happened down in the dungeon between you and Professor Quirrell is a complete secret. So naturally, the whole world knows.
Son of a bitch. Now I got to find something before you get to me on the third one.
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but you guys are really low. I'm trying to figure out a volume issue.
What?
Huh?
Dickheads.
When it hits about July, you'll be thinking 75 with fond memories.
I'll absolutely be like, oh, 75. That's 25 degrees or less. I would kill for that.
I would literally kill. Test me, God. I saw this shirt the other day that said, in math class, they call me Macklemore because I'm always what?
This one I can participate in.
Okay.
French toast, pancakes, waffles, all of them with strawberries and blueberries. That's my jam. And cinnamon rolls.
Jam doesn't hurt either.
So I see
all
what
carbs?
you did there, jam.
Yes. Also,
So what you're saying, your favorite
browns?
Your favorite breakfast foods are syrup, is what I'm actually understanding.
This podcast has turned me on to the Dresden Files and Jack Reacher series. What other books do you recommend? The Bible, obviously. Jeez.
The Bible?
On Hulu. And if you saw the original, there's no way they can make it worse. So there's a good chance this could be great.
That does sound like a good time.
It's awesome. They take literary characters. It's like a literary character adventure that's akin to Avengers. That's something I think people should get excited about.
I think a lot of people will get excited about that.
They better.
We have some smarter generations coming in who like to read.
Do you think so?
I think so. You just have to put it on the
What
internet.
do they read?
Wikipedia?
140 characters? I don't consider that reading.
No, they read Wikipedia pages.
They listen to audiobooks these days. That's more popular than reading.
It's time efficient.
That's not reading, though.
It kind of is. It's comprehension still.
It's like you want to be as cool as podcasts, but not as informed. Sure.
This could have the possibility of actually being pretty fantastic for Bob's Burgers fans.
I've seen this trailer now at least 10 times, and I've not liked it once.
Because you're not a
Ditto.
Bob's Burgers fan. You
I
don't get
just
the humor.
said that. I've never seen it. That's why I can't put emphasis on it. You want me to sell a movie that I don't care about the car? I just don't care.
Yes.
God,
people want to
Bob's
hear
Burgers
your...
are coming out, people. The Belchers are trying to save the restaurant from closing. The sinkhole forms in front of it. Why wouldn't you go see this? The kids are trying to help. They want to solve the mystery and save their family's restaurant. Jesus Christ, go see it. Is that better?
As soon as this news came out, like my brain found a way to automatically forgive him for everything I wasted my time on and just look at the things I loved him for again. We just recently dropped an episode of not How Did This Get Made? That's somebody else's podcast.
Bad movie night. Jesus, man.
Okay, so what I was going to say is since I've been in Texas, not only do I sweat enough to equate 150 minutes of exercise, but I also swim almost every day.
Okay, well, the swimming almost every day. Well, wait, are you like doing laps or are you just kind of...
Yeah, like actively swimming.
Okay.
I mean, not
Are you
laps,
swimming or are you sitting in a pool?
No.
Those are the
Like I'm
questions
swimming
we're asking.
around in the pool.
Okay.
Not to mention, I have to go up more stairs than I've gone up and down in the past decade. I also had the biggest record of exercise for my Apple Watch. It was like, now it wants me to do that every day. It's like, you did a record, now beat that every day.
Watch probably thought you were dead as much as you sleep.
Your Apple Watch is like, holy shit, she's alive. Now do that again.
You know, I would almost argue that it's less to do with nerds taking over Hollywood and more to do with just Disney taking over Hollywood.
I mean, there's some truth there, but I it's DC too. I mean, I think it's nerds. I think the Geek Show and Inherit the Earth has been what has doomed us all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is where the worst fandoms live.
Pluses
though,
and
too.
minuses. Pluses and minuses.
Yeah. Yeah, it is really the worst fandom, where the worst fandoms live.
How so? Why do you think that?
I mean, think about Spider-Man. No offense.
Hey.
No offense. Think about Spider-Man. Think about all the DC
Case in
movies.
point.
Think about Star Wars. Think about every property that comes from nerds and how if it's not exactly how that one individual nerd feels it should be, then they're going to argue with every other nerd in the world and say, no, you're wrong. I'm right. No, you're wrong. I'm right. and they should have done it this way. And we're literally going to start an online campaign until Zack Snyder gets his director cut released.
I'm good with that.
Like, just...
I'm good with that.
I know there's been some good benefits that came out of it, but when you think about how evil... think about the Star Wars fandom, how evil they can be and mean.
It's like you give the guy who was bullied for his whole life, you give him a little bit of power and they start becoming, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
How are they going to do it when there is family and one kid goes to college, or they're not going to let that kid who went to college be able to use the rest of the family's Netflix account? Like, that seems a little ridiculous.
According to the Affordable Care Act, because this needs to be affordable for everybody, they have till 26 before they have to get off the Netflix account.
I like that. What's the ages of everyone?
Right. I used to have an Apple phone, and the thing that I hated about it was that I couldn't do whatever I wanted with it. And also, as soon as like that 2-year mark hit, the phone went down the tubes so fast.
John, but you also like to push buttons.
Why are we talking about Apple phones? Who gives a shit? This is
hold on.
TVs.
John needs to know this. You like to push buttons. I think it might be a good idea for Apple to prevent you from pushing buttons and doing stuff that messes stuff up.
That's a fair argument.
I like to push buttons.
Yeah. You'd totally be in the cockpit with Tom Cruise and push the eject button, and there goes Maverick.
I took the assignment seriously and actually had an actual story where all 4 people worked together as a team in order to take Thanos down.
Wait, I just described how my team works together.
Barely.
What?
Okay, Troy.
Let me show you how it's done, John.
Oh boy, here we go.
So in my story, Thanos is going to be walking along and he's going to run into this little tiny creature called Gollum. And because Thanos has this philosophy kind of thinker, he's really intrigued by this tiny creature and his battle between Smeagol and Gollum. And so he follows Gollum into a cave where he runs into 1955's Biff Tannen, who is such a bad line deliverer that Thanos just gets bored to tears with how Biff is talking to him. And so as he just gets more just disgusted and repelled by Biff, and he gets so bored with it, he actually falls to sleep. And so while he's sleeping, he runs into Freddy Krueger, who is coming and chasing after him in his sleep with, in his hand, the Infinity Gauntlet modified with razor blades, which then causes Thanos to panic because he realizes he doesn't have the Infinity Gauntlet anymore and he can't accomplish his mission. Eventually, he does finally wake up and escapes Freddy Krueger, but because he's so scared when he wakes up, Pennywise the clown is standing over him and eats him and his fear. Thanos is dead on the spot.
I have to give it to him. He is very creative with his use of characters.
Yeah, he even got Biff Tannen in here.
I know. That's actually funny.
I don't know. This is sounding like he's earning his own like golden box of flies right now.
That sounded like a compliment from the guy I'm about to beat.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to give you something, and I've always thought this isn't something I just pulled out of my ass.
I'm sure that trunk's got a lot in it.
It's a badonkadonk, man. I'm telling you, it's really. But I want to explain it, and I want you to think about it before you tell me I'm crazy. Okay. All right, and keep in mind, this movie is from the early '80s. It's a different time. It's like 40 years ago. Different time. 40 years ago this year, actually this month.
Oh, happy anniversary, mystery movie.
Pride Month and 40-year anniversary of this movie. So I think it all connects. So here we go. You ready? I believe E.T. is less a story about friendship than it is an unconventional metaphor or allegory, however you want to say it, for homosexual or interracial love. Let me explain. And if you're
please do.
And if you're please don't think anything pervy. The only pervy, it's innocent love. So please relax. It's about loving someone who is unconventional to the rest of your world, your current existence. And if you just think about the film a little bit, it's the early 80s. An outsider arrives that everyone just stares at because they don't understand at this time. They're not used to whatever. The government is hunting them for no reason other than they don't approve. Elliot knows he needs to keep E.T. a secret. His friends all understand because they love Elliot and they have no problem with it. But the older adults, they have issues. Elliot and E.T. immediately have an unbreakable bond. When separated, they even feel each other. Like deeply, like feel each other.
You're right.
E.T. watches the sweeping romantic movie, and that takes over Elliot's body, which prompts him to kiss a girl, while E.T.'s thinking about maybe kissing Elliot, and it takes over. There's a way. I'm just saying. Elliot's mom doesn't approve, but comes to love E.T. and wants to keep them together. When the government pulls them apart, both Elliot and E.T. start to break down because their love is so strong. E.T. knows he has to go back to his family because in this era, no one understands E.T. and Elliot's love. So Elliot's friends help him get back to his family, where he tells Elliot he'll always be right here in his heart with this gigantic glowing heart to prove it. So tell me, how is this not a love story?
I think when you...
Well, I'm sold.
Yeah, when you put it that way.
I've had this conversation with people over the years, and of course they always say I'm crazy before I even speak.
I've honestly never heard this take before, so I don't know if it counts as controversial because I've never heard anybody else ever talk about it.
Please go state it in a public forum.
I was going to say, but I think now that it's out in the ethers, people are going to come for you and be like, no, but I agree with you. I think that's an interesting observation.
I actually firmly believe it's probably more homosexual, I would say, than interracial. But I was just trying to think, like, at the time, those were kind of still taboo. Interracial was still taboo. And I know that because I lived, even though times had changed, they hadn't changed that much. And homosexuality was really looked down upon. So with the government constantly basically implying horrible things about homosexuals and stuff like that. So I've always thought that this was kind of like a very small, innocent way to show love between two boys, that it happens, and it doesn't, you don't have to think, like, I've had this conversation and people automatically go dirty, and that just irritates me because I'm like, you didn't think it was dirty when they were just friends. So, why would you have to make it that way? You can love all children, like at that age, at Elliot's age, love somebody. They have a crush on somebody. So, I mean, I think it was completely normal. And I think if you think of it in that way and you watch it in that way, it becomes a different kind of movie and it kind of a beautiful story.
I like that. We need to have Steven Spielberg's take on this, his response.
I'm sure he's going to take my calls. I'll put the call out. My name is Aaron Peterson. Joining me today are my fellow host, Amanda Sink.
Hello.
Troy Heinritz.
You couldn't hear it in the outtakes, but I almost got promoted this week, guys.
Wait, what?
You almost got me removed completely, is what happened.
That's true. Oh, I see how it is.
He forgot because I've been so absent from episodes. He forgot that I was part of the crew.
Yeah. I mean, that feels like a fair assumption, right? I mean,
see, here I was feeling inclusive of Amanda still being here and just excited to be promoted.
But I knew the reality.
Like, nope, he just straight up shit forgot me.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of forgetting people, John Davenport won't be here this week. If there's nudity, that's really hard to explain as that's fake until your kids are mature enough to understand what sex really is.
Okay, serious question. Isn't there an opportunity for you to just say, this is a body part? Like if there's nudity, like if a boobie pops out, you could just be like,
how old they are.
You'll have those one day, little Susie.
I mean, yes, but
and these are your private, like, people don't touch them. You don't let people touch them until, just don't let people touch them. People aren't touching those.
Ever?
Until they're older, and then you might be like, okay, now with consent, somebody can touch them.
No, it's like nobody touches them because then I have to kill somebody, and that's not really fair to you because you might like that person, and that's the last time you see them. And then
and then Daddy goes to jail.
Yeah, and then they're because Daddy's watched enough true crime. No.
On Netflix.
Exactly. Since PG-13 was kind of dropped, there's very, very few instances where PG actually had nudity. And if it does, it's typically a male's buttocks. For whatever reason,
men are allowed to be more nude than women.
That's right. That is true. Male nudity will actually get you a harsher rating. I believe statistics have shown than female nudity.
That's why I've been so impressed.
You know why? It's because females look wonderful without clothes on, and men are ugly as hell. They're just ugly.
Like, this is going to traumatize you to see this man's dangly, small micro penis.
Why is Troy doing the helicopter?
Dude, it ain't about the front end. It's about all that hair on the back, man. Bodies. Obviously, we're going to go see because Aaron said so. And then
Because Aaron said so. If anything, that's going to deter me.
Well, I would have
being told to do something.
I would have said
Aaron.
I would have seen it because you said so, but you apparently were sleeping. So,
are you guys caught up on Walking Dead?
No.
I won't say anything except holy shit.
Well, I mean, after they killed Carl, I really didn't know where else they were going to go. So.
Oh God, I wish. Don't tease me. Coral.
God, those are the best memes in the whole wide world.
I drank some food coloring. I'm dying inside, Coral. Dying. It's supposed to be in theaters, but iTunes also has it for rent.
What's it called?
It's called We Are Still Here.
We Are Still Here.
That's how I feel at the end of our podcast recordings.
All right, hang on, I got this thingy.
Coming for you.
Here we go.
3, 4, better lock your door.
Oh, it's October.
5, 6, bring your crucifix. 7, 8.
I think she has to play the whole song out.
Gonna stay
Yeah, it's like
late.
Come Sail Away for Cartman.
9, 10, never sleep again.
I'm Freddy.
So there's really no drama, no tension, no.
So you fell asleep in the documentary about people that can't fall asleep.
Yep.
You beat me to it. Macumba song.
God damn it.
I like it.
Does what Justin Ziegel really need is a song named after him?
Yeah.
Welcome to Brian's Trailer Park.
As you're well aware, Brian's not here, so Scotty and I are going to take over. Scott, what's our first trailer?
From the writer of The Hangover and The Hangover 2 comes, you guessed it, the junior version of pretty much the same film. 21 and Over follows Jeff Chang, a promising medical student who turns 21 years old the night before a big exam. His two best friends convince him that on his 21st birthday he has to have the night of his life, and hilarity ensues as Jeff does what typical 21-year-olds do and get completely wasted, and the night of debauchery begins. Now, Aaron, you're further away from 21 than any of us. Does this seem like a way you want to go back to the theater and relive your youth?
The notorious nose whistle. That's my favorite. I'm like, there was, I don't know which one, I wish I would have said there was one where I swear to God, it was like Sergio Leone. I'm like,
You're just not going to let me start at all, are you?
Nope.
Did you disappear? Okay.
No, I'm still here. Motherfucker, I'm still here.
He stops talking. I get concerned. All right, let's do this. Let's go.
I've never heard you say that. That was the sweetest thing you've ever said to me.
Well, let's go.
He was
no,
that you're
I
concerned.
stop talking, you get concerned.
Oh, well, not in Is He Alive kind of way. More like, am I going to have to re-record some shit? No? Stupid?
John, is that how you would spell it? B-Y-E? Just
Bye!
And now Hotel Transylvania. And in honor of the fact that it's Halloween time and it's a movie about Dracula, we thought we'd have a guest.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on and allowing me the time out of my crypt to tell you how I feel about my new biography, Hotel Transylvania.
This year I saw a real Bigfoot on the big screen. That was amazing. Harry and the Hendersons. Cha. So, I mean, I really want a Bigfoot now.
One more time, I might have to bitch slap you myself. What about Harry and the Hendersons? Jack Wagon. Why can't Kevin Costner stay in character this long?
Shoot, Scotty, what you got coming up for some attractions?
Well, obviously we've got.
Whoa.
I was going to say, wait a minute, I wasn't respecting the segue that quick.
Here's the thing. I want to know. You've done Trailer Park, and you did it in Brian's voice. Can you do Justin's upcoming attractions in Justin's voice? Because I know he might listen, so I want to know exactly how brave you're going to be.
Oh my God! Really, you're going to make me do this right now?
Hey, however you hear Justin, that's all I want to hear. And he's listening going, motherfucker, I want to hear you, motherfucker.
I can hear him right now. Don't fuck this up, Scotty.
I don't like to piss people off, man. There's no way I can do it without making it.
I know, because anytime you bring something up, you're like, I know this is controversial.
Even though it's
you're
not.
like, but I like green. It's not controversial, Scott. It's the color green.
No, but this is different. This isn't like my opinion. This is like, how do you mimic someone's voice without sounding like you're making fun of them?
Brian, he had no problem mimicking your voice. So does that mean? Does that mean? Does he respect?
You had to keep him like the Gimp in Pulp Fiction in the trunk in a latex suit, chained at the collar.
So he respects Justin more than you. Does that has got to hurt your feelings, man? I'm sorry.
All right. I'll give it a shot. Here we go. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Be pissed.
All right, here we go. Well, we've got we've got two movies coming out on March 6th.
He's gonna fucking cut you.
I don't know how to do Justin.
Do it now.
All right, well, we've got two movies this week, both coming out on March 6th. The first is Chappie. It's directed by Neil Blomkamp. Buy my book on Amazon.
About 5 minutes, so take that to 12.
Sorry about that.
No.
He's just marking his times.
I'm just marking my times.
I mean, for y'all in general.
That's every week.
You're fine.
Every week.
Take Aaron's compassion where the moments come, okay?
Yeah, they don't get it. Recording myself, and we are good to go. All right, you guys ready? Hang on.
Ready, Freddie.
Mana's yawning. Hang on, she's so excited. She's yawning. All right, I'm making sure I'm not lip smacking. That's how the professionals do it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just spit it out?
I think he just took a pee. Did you just piss? That's pee.
Spit it back into his cup?
That's gross, dude.
What? I'm drinking it.
I personally enjoy the responses we get from a number of the people, like Sue.
Okay.
Maybe you guys don't. Okay, geez, all right. Maybe for Pete's sake.
I think I started ahead of the game, but man, you have hit the nitrous, my brother.
Brian, are you ready yet? Are you still alive? Is he conscious? Has anybody checked on him?
Seriously, where the hell is Brian?
Brian! God damn it!
All right. Hey, hoes. I suggested this randomly on the Facebook page, but since you went through all the trouble of setting up this email, I'll use it to make my suggestion official. In homage to your epic episode 100, I feel that Aaron, Scott, and Justin should get rip-roaringly shit-faced before you begin recording while Brian stays completely sober.
That lasted a long time.
That did not happen.
No, that did not happen.
No, it did not.
How do we end up with Han fucking a Wookiee?
All right, yeah. You know what? If Chewie consents, they're two consenting adults, and they can do what they want, and I'm not going to hate on them.
So who's giving? Chewbacca or Han Solo?
Chewie's giving. I mean, come on.
He is bigger.
Chewie don't take.
Chewie don't. Hey, look, I'm high-fiving you right now. Chewie don't take.
I'll use Stillwater toilet paper.
As long as you bought it, I don't give a fuck.
Wife comes in. Why aren't you using the Charmin? I still got minor magic left.
I still got pages.
Hang on, my ass is feeling a little haywire.
Question for the class. What channel are the soap operas on? Troy, trivia question, go.
All of them?
No.
Like One Life to Live used to be on ABC with General Hospital.
I don't.
I believe Days of Our Lives was on NBC, and Guiding Light was on CBS.
I thought they were all on one channel.
I don't think this is. We're talking primetime. I think.
No, but Aaron answered my point, which was they are too lazy. That's why we invented the thing called the clicker, because they didn't want to get up off of their couches to go turn the knob from 2 to something else.
I don't agree with this theory.
And then when they got the clicker, they didn't understand how to work the clicker. So that's why they call me all the time to try to figure out how to work the clicker, because they can't work the clicker. So it stays on 2 all the time.
You know what?
Drink every time you hear the clicker.
I'm already hammered. Here's what we'll do a little Team Troy, Team Aaron is what we're going to do. So if you're on social media, go ahead at Buy Popcorn or find us on Facebook or whatever. And I want to know if you're attacking the elderly, you think they're honestly just incapable of scrolling past channel 2, because that's the way I hear it. Then it's Team Troy. If you believe and support that they make their own choices in life and they just want to watch these shows, Team Aaron.
I also want to make note that if John
Hey, you got to bring it down. You got to bring it down. I don't know what you're doing on that microphone, but you are yelling in our ear and it hurts.
This is going to be a tough show because I can't even hear my thoughts over you talking.
Okay, let me restructure. Is this better? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Yeah, that's good.
It's so far
that's
away.
That's how hot your microphone is.
Yes, your microphone is really hot.
That's not a me thing though.
No, it's a Phoebe Cates kind of hot. Like it's way hot.
Oscars are over now, right? Yeah, good. Grammys are here. Did anything happen? Was anybody slapped at the Grammys?
Nobody. But you know what I did find out? Literally every celebrity, including I think Richard Grieco, was asked what they thought about Will Smith's smack, which is just fantastic.
What meth hole did they find Richard Grieco in?
I don't know, but literally everyone in Hollywood has been asked this at this point. I mean, it's insane.
Come down the red carpet, they're like, "Hi, good to see you. Good to see you." Yeah. So who are you wearing today? Will Smith's handprint? What?
What?
Is that a Fresh Prince? Oh, I don't know if you heard that, but I'm pretty sure Santa is back. All right. Well, gang, Santa agreed to drop by and read a few letters from listeners and respond directly to them on air. So keep in mind, Santa's had a rough year. I think he lost 2 elves and a candy cane related work injury. So I can't promise he's going to be completely jolly, but he's going to respond as deemed appropriate by him. So he's going to respond to you directly, listeners. I think that's great. Are you ready for your first letter, Santa?
Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on.
All right. I didn't ever think I'd ever hear Santa say, bring it on. Okay. This comes from Masal Young. He says, Dear Santa, for the most part this year, I've been a sarcastic son of a bitch. But hey, I'm honest. What I want for Christmas is a sequel to I Am Number 4 and also for Rotten Tomatoes to die out. Thanks, big guy.
All right. So you're a dick. And you want a sequel to kind of a bad movie, so I can't help with that. And unfortunately, Rotten Tomatoes, there's nothing I can do about that. So, yeah, maybe Easter. Maybe talk to the Easter Bunny. He might bring you a little bit more than just some turds in a basket. Santa's got nothing. What's next?
Thanks, Santa. Now I think we go to John's letter.
All right, so Christina Flores says, Dear Santa, I've worked so very hard this year and I've been a pretty good girl. For Christmas, I'd love the entire Harry Potter collection on DVD or Blu-ray, as well as the entire Big Bang Theory series streaming on Amazon Prime or Netflix. Additionally, I'd love a stress-free time to sit and watch them. Thanks, Santa. Sincerely, crazy working mother of an army.
Well, Christina, first of all, yes, you've been a very good girl, raising all 27 of those kids. Underappreciated job. And I just, on behalf of the rest of the hosts, want to thank you for doing that. However, I can't do anything about the companies like Amazon and Netflix. They handle their own stuff. I don't get into the business and the politics and all that stuff. So that's their deal. I got enough stuff running around all over the world. I'll do what I can to free you up a little time to catch up on this stuff, though. But for the most part, yeah, you're pretty much SOL too. But hey, we like you.
Santa's not very giving this year. Jeez.
Shut your pie hole. What else you got?
Scott?
Our last one comes from Angela Lee Wallach, and she says, Dear Santa, Merry Homas to you and the missus. Send my love to Donner, in my opinion, the most underrated reindeer. Since I'm a Hollywood Outsider listener, I know I've made the good list. If you could do me a few solids, that would be awesome. Number 1, make everyone watch Dirk Gently. Number 2, provide me my very own real-life BB-8 and a Niffler. Number 3, give me the ability to rewatch shows that I love, like it's the first time that I've seen them. Number 4, grant every hoe a Christmas wish. Number 5, put me in charge of deciding which Chris, Evans, Pratt, and Hemsworth gives the best hugs. Lastly, if you could renew Agent Carter, that would be great. Sincerely, DJ Wallach.
Well, all right there, DJ Wallach. Let's, you've given me quite the list here to address, all right? So, number 1, you're greedy as shit, all right? So, this is just one of those things to where I'm going to have to spend way too much time on your list. So, let's go ahead and start. Number 1, make everyone watch Dirk Gently. I agree, everybody should watch it. It's a fantastic show. I don't know what more credibility I can have by being Santa Claus. I mean, Santa Claus says watch it, get off your ass and watch it. Put it on your queue list, your watch list, whatever you want to call it. All right, moving on. Provide me with my very own real-life BB-8 and a Niffler. That's just not going to happen. Sorry. So give you the ability to rewatch shows that I love. It's like it's the first time that I've seen them. No problem. I'll give you Alzheimer's.
Shit. I did not see that coming.
Get ready for that, DJ.
And I was flipping through the channels on mute, and I came across the Court TV Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial.
Oh,
wow. Yeah. That's fantastic, right?
Yeah. It's smack heard around the world.
Yeah. I mean,
I like how you worded that. That was actually kind of clever. Smack heard around the world. I like that.
I just didn't know if this trumped the other one or if this is about the same.
Did you intend that?
If you have to explain the joke, Aaron, the joke doesn't work anymore.
But was that the important part was... He
wasn't even paying attention. He just was like...
it went right over his head.
Was it intentional, goddammit? That's what I'm asking.
That joke was a 2-for-1, bitch. Come on. He's trying to calculate how much time it's going to take him to leave his house, drive down the mountain, get to the theater, watch the movie, and get back. And can that be done within 4 weeks?
Right. So
I think
Mike.
Also, the question is, how many times have you left your cave, and how many times have I shown up? Even just 4 times on time.
Right. So my calculation, Amanda, is that you have 22 weeks and 6 days to actually show up on time 4 weeks in a row.
That feels right.
Okay.
That's the span of time that you get to work with, because I'm stuck in my cave for at the very least that amount of time.
Okay. So are like bets on right now? Are you guys placing bets?
No. I don't want the odds either way.
The odds suck, but
yeah,
you have to pick. You guys have to pick.
You know what? No, you know who's perfectly suited to.
I'll pick John. I just don't think he can go 4 weeks.
John's over, and I always take the overs in football, so I'm taking the over.
John, I think John might accidentally stumble, like he might actually run his Jeep into a theater before you show up 4 weeks on time.
This goes back,
but you have at least 22 weeks where you can assuredly show up 4 times in a row and win this bet.
That's like almost 6 months, right?
Yeah.
That's like
just
5.
under 6 months. Yeah. I think I can do it within 6 months. I can just get 1 month within 6 months.
I don't think you can. No. Now, we're going to have a little debate before we head out of here. This is our game for the week, all right? So you're having a movie night with friends and family at your July 4th party. You've created an outdoor theater in your backyard, but you can only watch one movie between Independence Day and Jaws. 2 admittedly classic Independence Day style based films. Which is the best July 4th party selection and why?
Before anyone answers this, Aaron, I have to ask, are you just presenting this as a game topic because you can't decide what to watch on July 4th when you create an outdoor theater in your backyard and want to watch either Independence Day or Jaws?
100%. 100%. I need help deciding this. A bit more of the Crusading Psycho, and he will not be ignored. Justin McCumber. Trust me, I've tried to ignore him.
You can't see it, but I am vigorously rubbing my nipples right now.
Thanks.
Oh. Just imagine it.
Whoa.
Thank God it's only an audio
podcast. I think we need to shift to YouTube real quick.
This guy made a video of himself skateboarding on his stomach down a rural street, but he put like a rug on top of it. and took his shirt off so he looks like Aladdin riding on a magic carpet on the street. Looks freaking hilarious. I gotta figure out how to send this to you. Huh?
A whole new world.
Well, I wasn't playing the video because I didn't, audio's not allowed on here, but
if he's not singing, then it doesn't count.
But the video is pretty funny. But someone put a caption on here that said, "I can show you the world." You guys probably can't see this. Well, it's on my friend's Facebook page. I don't think it'll work. Hang on, let me try to find it.
I got the wonder of it through your voice. That sounded a lot more shitty than I intended it to. I get angry when people disagree with me. That's just a personality fault on mine. And
so we're assholes because we don't agree?
That's right. That's right.
And close your mouth.
God damn it, right? Fucking close your mouth.
But don't say, "Hey, fucker, close your mouth."
Yeah, don't say, "Hey, fuck me in the mouth." Right. Those are the things you can't say. With me today are my fellow host, Scotty Clark.
Hey,
that was a little seductive. Justin McCumber. It was.
That's how I seduce.
Your motor running is a
hey. Yeah, I just walk in the door and go, "Hey," and she just slaps me in the face with it. You know what I'm saying?
You pop your collar.
Jeremy spoken.
Did they have any other albums?
They had the one album, yeah. They had the other album, yeah.
God, teaching's awesome.
You can't do that.
I can't even call teaching really a job. Sounds like a hobby.
You can call writing a job.
I work hard.
He got you. He did get you.
I think people blend it these days, though, because sometimes I think in the past it was the soundtrack was only the songs that were sung by artists that you could hear on the radio.
Right.
And then the musical score was like a 2-volume of all the instrumentals.
They always called it.
I think today they started to blend them together a little bit. You might get 2 or 3 or 4 of the big hits mixed in with some of the background music that's on that particular album. I think what's interesting about music in the movies specifically is that there's like 2 different types of music. There's something called diegetic music. This is music that's actually heard, like the characters actually hear the music in the movie. So think like I'm driving in the car and I pop a song on the radio, or when Marty McFly wakes up to the alarm clock, like that type of music is diegetic. So the character is actually hearing that song as well as the audience, versus something that's just incidental or underscoring where it would be in the background. I think some of the best soundtracks probably use more of the incidental music, unless it's like ramping up to pump you up into something. Thinking like Living in America, for example, from Rocky IV, which we'll get into in a little bit, I think is a really great use of like pumping up the audience, but it's not actually heard in the actual movie itself by the characters.
Oh, yeah, because Rocky was famous.
Where Power of Love is on the radio when Marty wakes up in the morning. So it's actually heard by Marty McFly inside the movie, which is diegetic then.
Wonderful. Amanda Sink?
Hello.
Oh, you gave up in 1 week, huh?
I did. Well, there was no positive, like, enthusiastic responses for hey.
Well, everybody kind of said that they prefer the hello. So
yeah. So that closed that up.
I find fascinating, John, is we did a whole hour and 40 minutes of podcast, and all anybody cared about was when's hello coming back. I didn't know it was a thing.
I kind of read that as I'm not needed.
Me too. Coincidental. Bye, Amanda. We'll see you later.
No.
The helm's yours, madam.
Here we go. I got to do the opening first. Hang on. Okay, never mind. Let's get these yawns in. Nothing makes you feel like you're putting on a great podcast like somebody yawning at the top. Hey, what's up, John Davenport?
What's up?
Remember that commercial? I hated it.
True.
Did you love it?
Yes. Everybody did it way too much for my taste.
Everybody listening? Half the people are doing it and half the people are quitting the show because they don't want to hear it ever again.
Right.
Can I go back a second? I'm a little bit flabbergasted, but the little dude said the games are all about scoring. I'm still laughing about that in my own head.
Are you on weed at this particular moment?
baby.
So here at the Hose, you guys, you rate movies of $10 the full price of admission. Would you say Rambo Last Blood is a victory?
$10 full price, I would give it $6.50. Definitely $6.50.
What do you think, Rody? You think I'll win at Oscar?
I see what you're doing, man. Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself.
Hey, I just asked a question. Don't leave me on a cliffhanger, you know what I mean?
Seriously, you're ridiculous. Stop it.
Hey, that's just part of my creed, Rony?
Okay, we're done. Are we done here? We're done. See Rambo. Go see Rambo.
Good thing I had an escape plan for this podcast, you know what I mean?
Bye, Sly. We'll see you when you bring another character back from the dead.
Get your boyfriend Kurt Russell to call me about Tango and Cash 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Thanks for stopping by, man. We always appreciate it.
Hey, any time of day, man. I mean it. I'm a Nighthawk.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Yo.
Honestly, VHS, the quality's fine. I think it looks great.
VHS is banging, man.
Gag me with a spoon. It's awful, dude. What are you talking about?
I don't like the idea you have to flip it halfway. Like, who thought that was a good idea? You know, well, let's take out this cool technological wonder. You can see the movies in your movie theater. Well, it's probably a 13-inch TV, but you can see these movies, but you got to stop at midway, flip it over and rub it down, whatever you got to do to watch the second half. I just don't get the point. Put it in the video.
Rub it down?
Oh, no.
Smack it.
Yeah, you flip it, and then you rub it down. Oh, no. I don't know if that's quite a song yet, but I bet you it'll be catchy when it is.
I will tell you that Avatar won the 82nd Academy Awards for Best Art Direction, Best Cinematography, Best Visual Effects, and was nominated for Best Director and Best Picture.
Avatar was?
Avatar was.
I guess you're on point tonight. I don't usually want to take over. You can just take over this shit. I stand corrected. If I'm taking you at your word.
Titanic won 11 awards in the 70th Academy Awards, including Best Picture.
As it should have.
Why wasn't Spider-Man No Way Home nominated when it beat out both of those movies? Oh, that's right, because James Cameron wasn't involved.
That's a great question. I like how John just forgets we're doing a podcast and acts like he's at home in his fucking garage. Just cracking open a cold one more.
No, he was like, Spider-Man No Way Home should have been nominated. Jesus. I'll drink to that.
I want to know how they're going to monitor and manage this.
IP addresses.
Because but are they going to look at every single person's IP address and be like, oh, this doesn't match here? What if I'm traveling? Or what if my household member is traveling?
I think they actually show up at your house and they do an on-site consensus and also a kind of a proctological exam. I'm sorry, but that's how they have to do it now. It's like DNA. They do a very thorough check to make sure you are who you say you are. I think that's how they do it. I don't have any scientific proof of that, but that is the internet now.
You seem to know a whole lot about the experience of proctal investigation.
Yeah, that guy wasn't from Netflix.
Well done, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks so much. I love all of you, and Godspeed to Justin McCumber. Not that he is anywhere near God. We know that
how fast does he need to go? He's already there.
Shit. Well, yeah, I love it when you talk about me.
It's not monologuing, it's a me-a-log.
It's a me-a-log. Who's got the background? Is that Brian? Is that the fridge? At the fridge?
Yeah, probably.
I'll give that one.
I mean, I don't know what you're hearing.
He's too drunk to know.
I don't know what that number, what comes after 2? Is it 3 or is it 1?
2.5. Are you metric?
2.5.
Exactly.
That one sucked. It's like when your mom got the 2.5, you're like, ooh, and then she goes 2 3/4. Okay, I better do it. That's it.
I never did that. I just went 1, 2, 3. You're done. That's it. We're done.
No, my mom pulled the 2.5, 2 3/4 bit.
That doesn't reinforce anything. That's just bad parenting. Sorry.
Oh, my mother is a saint. She's smiling down from heaven for me right now.
Yeah, probably going, you'll be up here in 2, 2.2, 2.3. You're almost here. 2.4.
2 3/4. You're going to be here in a second. And I'm like, no, I got to finish everything real quick.
I saw a meme the other day that has a picture of like a black and white picture of an old granny lady sitting on her couch. And the caption said, if you grew up and your grandma had plastic on the couch, she was a squirter.
Oh my God.
In the grand scheme of things, it's not the worst thing somebody's done in a while.
That's definitely true.
Yeah. I mean,
Bill Cosby
got 3 years.
3 to 10.
His pudding's popped, is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's all going.
So, Kevin, you are our guest. Of these options, which one do you think you're going to see this week?
Glow. Yeah. And you think I'm lying. You think I'm full of shit right now. But God is my witness. I am wearing a head sweatband that says Glow on it.
What?
That is awesome.
Yes, and I've got the matching wristbands, and I had a jacket that has glow. Somebody who was a fan of our podcast worked on the set, and everybody got a goodie bag, which was a gym bag filled with all sorts of swag from Glow, and he sent it to us. And it is, at the time we were recording this, 157 degrees Fahrenheit in my studio, and I am sweating. Nice. So I was like, this is stupid 80s technology, but I'm going to wear this because no one is going to see me and will know. So I just outed myself.
All right, if you guys are ready, are you ready? Are you ready?
I told you I was ready, Freddy, like 5 minutes ago, and that wasn't good enough.
I was not going to take that seriously.
What about rock and roll?
Yes, Lord, overlords. I am ready to go.
No.
God made rock and roll for us. Made rock and roll for us.
John,
I like it better when he just sings to us.
Why are you serenading people? I'm sorry, Amanda. This is like your inauguration. Do you want to do it?
My inauguration. Well, you had a really handy line, but I'll try it.
No, I'll still leave it in so they know how much cooler mine was.
Okay, perfect. Remember, the next time you head to a theater, buy popcorn.
Yeah, it wasn't as good.
It wasn't.
No.
With your movie pass. Does that make it better?
Don't make it 30.
I didn't say
movie pass.
What happened here? How did I get stuck in this conversation?
I don't know. My name is Aaron Peterson. Joining me today, my fellow host, John Davenport.
Hey, Aaron, how you doing today?
I'm excited.
You're excited? Let's do this. I'm so thrilled.
Wow.
I'm Batman.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. No, I'm Batman.
No, I'm Batman.
Look, I don't know where she is. That means I'm Batman.
No, I'm Batman.
That was really bad. My voice came out.
I'm gender neutral Batman.
Why does it look like Troy just finished up with his Wednesday night activities?
He's wearing a onesie, right? Like
that's a white wife beater he's wearing with his chest hair popping out.
It looks like he's going to get in a ventilation shaft.
Don't do that, Austin Powers.
Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay.
I'm waiting for him to start rubbing his nipples like Austin Powers now.
You're excited? Feel these nipples.
I had a sweater on. It was too warm up here.
Well, I'm glad you had your video on for us. Welcome to the Hollywood Outsider.
Makes Amanda feel better.
God damn you. Welcome to the Hollywood Outsider, welcome to the Hollywood Outsider, an award-winning entertainment pod fucking
that comes out weekly.
Breathe.
Take a deep breath.
God, all that chest hair just threw me off.
He's very distracted by the nipple rubbing.
Totally.
Yeah, I'm going to wait until I'm done with this one, though.
You're going to have me pour it in the middle of the episode?
So, hold on a second. You guys are sharing drinks, but you wear a mask for pictures.
We're not sharing. Well, I thought it was funny.
No, I brought
okay.
I brought a bottle. I wasn't going to share him my glass.
Yeah, he's going to pour
me
I
got
some.
you. You poured. I thought you were just like, here,
I mean, he's
swig of
drinking
mine.
the bottle and he's licking around it. Is that bad? Is that bad? I don't think that's bad. All right, let's.
You don't get COVID from that.
Rub it between my taint.
Ew.
Do you have multiple taints to rub it between them?
He's got a front and back taint.
I was hoping
because I would rub something on my taint.
Yeah, I know. I used the wrong
between my taint.
I used the wrong
implies
preposition.
You've got multiple taints.
Before I'm done, I'd like to be frank. There's hundreds of listeners we'd all like to thank. Without you, this show would be wasted endeavor. Our talks left unheard, no matter how clever. Your voice even earned us a podcast award. And believe when I say that all our hearts soared. So thank you to all, and to all a good night. May your holidays be pleasant, merry, and bright. From all of us hoes, Aaron, Arjon, and Scott, may this season be one that won't be forgot.
I haven't seen anything new. No.
No. Nothing.
Yours sounds like he gave up at the end. You're like,
it hurts. I can't.
John doesn't care. He just keeps going. All right, let's
do this all day.
He probably does.
Go ahead as we go. Why don't you take us out, John?
All right. So remember, we got a Facebook group, and you can follow us on Twitter at BuyPopcorn. And remember to grab Hole in the Go with the Android app, Spotify, and we're at the HollywoodOutsider.com. We're also on your favorite podcast app. You can find my artwork on Insta and just about everybody else at rjohn.draws. I don't know why there's a period in there, but it is. Amanda's on C or Smirk. I got her name and the name of the podcast mixed up. I don't know what to do with this anymore. And remember, you can find Aaron with Remake This Room Right. Oh, no, you can't anymore because he sucks. Beyond Westworld and The Blacklist Exposed. I want to thank everybody for being here.
Glad to be here.
Oh, I'm crying.
Okay, so that's the end of the show. I want to thank you all for listening. And remember, the next time you head to the theater, buy Twizzlers. Maybe popcorn.